Let's watch this shit.
This absolute giga chat of a man
Giga chat of a man.
a carpenter to an international
A carpenter?
athlete, and then he built a fitness empire through a super famous kids
Oh my
TV
god, he
show.
has an empire
And he's still
too.
in incredible shape at age 60. Now we all have different reasons for why we started training. Some wanted to get girls, others did it
Random footage of men shirtless working out. Imagine having to make a YouTube video and then somebody sees all this footage you have of men that are just like shirtless and working out, and you're like, no, I swear, I'm making a YouTube video. Trust me, it's relevant to the YouTube video. And then you have no choice but to make the YouTube video so that your friend won't know you were jerking off to this shit.
because it was fun, and some of you probably did it to get better at sports, and you ultimately fell in love with the iron, and now you use that to fuel your inner voices because they won't stop shouting unless you
Who
do.
has cake? Welcome.
And let's be honest, a lot of us were inspired by the characters we grew up watching in cartoons, anime.
Chatty, are you inspired by Dragon Ball Z? Because those are like roided figures if I've ever seen them before. Hi, gay cheese. Welcome.
And movies. You know,
Don't
those
say what, you know what we're
larger-than-life
talking about.
personalities with biceps bigger than your future. People often talk about how Barbie created unrealistic
Wait, isn't that
body
Ryan
expectations, but
Gosling?
have you seen the sort of stuff
I'm just can. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
like I grew up with? Hulked out heroes and action figures like these made it look like you needed a 10-pack just to get out of bed.
Yeah, I am Knuff. You are Knuff, Chatty. Sekusu!
But one show that really stuck
Chatty, I'm gonna say something, and this might be controversial, okay? This might get rid of my career, but I pride myself on being honest and saying what I really think, okay? I think a lot of guys in the gym who are working out to the point where they have, like, extremely impressive, like, very muscular physiques, I think they're doing it for other men more often than for women. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
stuck with me as a kid was Lazy Town. You know that old kids TV show where most of the characters look like they're sculpted out of Play-Doh, and only 3 of them are actual humans. There's a little girl, the greatest meme lord of all time. You guys know what I'm talking about.
R.I.P. bro. R.I.P. bro.
Breaking a window?
We are number 1!
And this absolute giga chat of athleticism, Sporticus. A play on the word sport, which makes him sound insanely athletic, and Acus, which means giga chat. And he's played
Does
by
it?
a former gymnast, Magnus Örn Eyjolfsson Shaving. That is
Holy
difficult to
fucking
pronounce.
name.
But this guy wasn't just an actor, he was and still is the real deal. Now Sporticus is
He's the
supposed to be
real
a
deal.
superhero, but his superpower is just being insane.
And doing push-ups.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
doing
dude is out
push-ups.
here doing backflips, breaking through steel bars, and whenever he needs an extra boost of power, he just eats a random fruit or vegetable. That's right, these secret
Chatty, should I send that video of Sporticus's like workout routine to Fillion and see if she can do it on stream? I think this would be peak.
sauce to his strength is a well-balanced diet. And because he's super extra, Sporticus lives in a freaking airship. He flies around the sky like he's the freaking Giga Chad of Earth, which he is, and he does push-ups at
Do you
every
think she would
given
do it? I think she would
opportunity.
fall flat on her face at some point.
Push-ups, yes! I know a lot of different kinds of push-ups.
We watched this! What the hell? Now that's illegal. Now that's
But the real
illegal.
magic of Lazy Town isn't just the weird characters or the bizarre plot. No, it's the fact that Magnus Shaving, the guy who plays Sporticus, is also the creator, writer, and director
What?
of the show. He literally put himself on the highest pedestal possible because he knew exactly how much of a chat he was. But all
Oh my god. He wrote the show just so he could flex his fucking, like, athletic chops. Every other character only exists to serve the purpose of making him stand out and be the chatliest Chad of them all. Oh my god. Now it makes sense. He's like the Chad Wojak guy in his eyes. And then the evil guy, the villain, the We Are Number One guy, he was the I don't know, what's the name? He's the Soy Jack.
jokes aside,
Right, my
Magnus
bad.
is
He's
genuinely
the Soy
one of the
Jack.
strongest, most agile,
Anyone
and
else notice she has autoplay on? What the fuck is autoplay?
healthy people you'll probably ever come across. And his backstory is even more fascinating than you'd expect. Now, Magnus grew up in a pretty average, small Icelandic town, and he started training to become
YouTube autoplayer. Chatty, I don't know what the fuck that means, and I don't know why it matters. Guys, did you notice that the VTuber is doing something completely that doesn't fucking matter?
an
Anyway.
athletics teacher, but he later realized that carpentry and
Hello?
architecture were more in line with his interests. So one day, while working as a carpenter, he made a bet with his friend Fjölnir that would change both of their lives forever.
Backseating React is crazy. Shit, when you can't even do anything right. Dude, when you can't even fucking do the bare minimum of like reacting on stream, you can't even turn off autoplay. Like, holy fuck. You can't even do the lowest form of content right.
And what was this challenge? To master a sport which
Hydration.
both of them knew nothing about. Now, Fjölnir was challenged to master snooker, and Magnus had to start doing aerobic gymnastics, which is similar to the floor event in regular gymnastics, but with more dancing and personality-based scores than just doing a lot of flips.
This was
Now,
just
get
his
this,
glow-up
both
show.
of these guys ended up becoming the national champions in their respective sports. But Magnus didn't want to stop there. He went above and beyond.
Dude.
He began competing in...
Dude, I'm sorry. I usually skip this part of the video.
Magnus didn't want to stop there. He went above and beyond. He began competing internationally, becoming the Scandinavian champion in 1993, the European champion in 1994, and also in 1995. And he was even being voted for Iceland's Athlete of the Year in 94. But during this
Holy.
time, Magnus would realize that his true passion was just motivating others to be their best selves.
Aw,
So,
he could have been a
created small TV
VTuber.
show in Iceland from 1991 to 93, where parents could get advice on raising their kids how to be healthy and active. But Magnus realized he was thinking
He was
too
born
small,
too
and he
early.
wanted to
He should have
spread
been a
this message of
VTuber.
health and fitness to the entire world. So in 1995, he wrote a children's book that became the foundation for what would later become the Lazy Town TV show. And he managed to do all of this while running a carpentry business and earning a degree in sports science while
Some people
competing
are addicted to
internationally
work,
in
I
aerobic
think.
Gymnastics. Talk about multitasking. Lazy Town began as a traveling stage show across Iceland, and it quickly became a hit, especially because the main character was so much of a chat. So much so that in 2003, Nickelodeon wanted in, and they signed the contract with Magnus, bringing the show
They
to a
all want him,
global
bro.
audience,
They all
which was
want him.
exactly the move he needed. So by 2004,
Giga
Lazy
Chat
Town
signed
was on air,
contract.
and it quickly became an international success amongst young audiences, proving a successful hit for over 10 years. And Magnus had accomplished his mission to inspire
Question, are all the actors in this show adults?
kids worldwide to become healthy and active in the most creative way possible. But here's the kicker. When Magnus first appeared as Sporticus,
I like how
he
we
wasn't
immediately
some prime
get
athlete in his
like
mid-20s or
fucking
even
completely
early
opposite
30s.
answers.
He was already 40 years old, performing insane gymnastics and full body movements that would put most athletes half his age to shame. And by the time the show ended in 2014, he was 50, still flipping, jumping, sprinting around like he was half
Holy
his age.
shit,
And even
holy
now, as he
shit!
approaches 60,
Wait, this is actually insane.
and by the time the
This,
show ended
how
in
do you do
2014,
that?
He was 50.
How-
still
wha- how
flipping,
do you do
jumping,
that?
Sprinting around like he was half
What?
his age. And even now, as he approaches 60, he is still able to replicate all of his former moves with ease. And even
What
those
the
super
fuck?
extra push-ups. And he is often given a lot of credit for the general level of physical fitness, health, and life expectancy in Iceland because of his drive to promote a healthy way of living and eating. And even back
Aww.
then, he promoted what a lot of nutrition experts talk about today in regards to food processing, calorie consumption, like avoiding fried foods because they add unnecessary fats.
That's why it didn't
or
work in
eating whole
America.
foods because they aren't tampered with.
We
and
love
because
fried
they'll be
food. We
more
love
filling
that
and
shit.
richer in micronutrients.
Take it out of our
So I
cold
would
dead
always say
hands.
the rule of thumb, the more they change their food for original look, the more
And you literally will, because it'll kill us.
If you cook a fish, if you eat it raw, fantastic. You cook it
Fantastic.
just get the steam off, you eat it, 8 points out of 10. If you just take it and cook it, like fried it on a pan, 6 points. If you really take it and you deep fry it, don't.
I love how he's leaving in this whole bit. He's just like, and now listen to the Giga Chat talk about the dangers of fried food.
Mess with the food too much.
Oh, no. If it doesn't look like a fish when you eat it, it's not a fish.
Why are
And
they at
Magnus
the
is
beginning of a
oftentimes
gay
invited
porn
to
video?
sporting
I'm
events and shows
serious.
that talk about sports, health, and conferences and congresses for exercise and the medical benefits a great lifestyle has on chronic disease and life quality.
Magnus
He's also
Skeeving.
a motivational speaker, so even nearing an age where most people would barely walk 1,000 steps per day,
You know what? If I ever have a son, I'm literally gonna name him Magnus. Not necessarily after this guy, but like, how do you make fun of the name Magnus? Ha ha, Magnus, like Magnus Dong? Yeah, it is. It is Magnum. It's Maximus. It's huge. It's giant. Are you making fun of me by saying that I'm Magnus Dong? It's not funny. Yeah, I have huge Magnus Peter, okay? What about
Magnus
it?
is still preaching his message and doing everything he can to make a positive impact on people's health. And maybe, just maybe, he'll make a comeback to the TV screen in his 60s just to prove that
God
his advice
damn.
about training and nutrition is the true path to the fountain of youth.
Oh my god, this is how I'm gonna get fit. This is how I'm gonna get fit.
Last time, ready? And go!
Yeah, yeah, flex, flex, flex. Arms up, clap. Run, 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 run. Jump, run for the cups. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Oh my god, he's
So
like
the
an
next time you guys
idol.
think about Lazy Town, remember that behind the goofy songs and the zany characters was a man who truly embodied the spirit of a superhero, proving that age is just a number and that fitness is a lifelong journey.
Wait. What message did you slide in there? Wait, what? What?
The spirit of a superhero, proving that age is just a number and
Wait, did ChatGPT write this? When was this made? 1 year ago. It could have been the first ever ChatGPT YouTube video.
that fitness is a lifelong journey. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this one, the best thing you can do is
Yeah, and jail is just a room.
like and comment to support the channel. And if you guys want to join my coaching group for just $1 per day and get handmade training plans.
Imagine ChatGPT actually saying that. I don't have to imagine. I feel like the wording is a little bit, it's just, I have never heard the phrase age is just a number used in a positive light, ever. Ever. I've never heard that. It's like, nah, you can't just, what is this video being used for, man? What is this used for? Anyway, somebody posted this on my Reddit. This is another additional benefit for girls with flat chests. I laugh at that because I can't relate, and I can laugh because I don't relate to that at all. So it's very funny to me. I'm laughing because it's funny and it's happening to somebody else and not me. That's so funny. Anyway, this one's called Call of Duty, and Call of Duty, I don't know what this is about, so we'll find out. I'm looking in the mirror. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Don't you fucking dare. You don't need to tell them anything.
What?
I need to know. Keep your mouth.
Holy!
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
What? What is going on? Is this Call of Duty? Is this all Call of Duty?
Time to get your hands dirty.
It is? What? No, you're lying, right? Unfortunately, this is Call of Duty? What? I thought Call of Duty was...
They die. That's my plan.
I thought Call of Duty was like wars and shit. What is this? This is Fortnite! I think this looks like fucking Fortnite to me. If you told me this is Fortnite, I'd believe you. Call of Fortnite, no fucking way. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Nicki Minaj. That's literally Fortnite. This is literally Fortnite. Chatty, what happened? Chatty, what happened?
Bang.
Call of Duty called World War II.
A product that is historically authentic.
Every part of this game has been researched and nuanced and studied. We really tried to get the respect and the details right of the game.
A black female Nazi?
It is historically accurate.
Do you speak Japanese?
It's that lady from TSA!
Time's up.
Do you speak Spanish?
All new Call of Duty Battle Pass.
What the fuck is a Lachlan?
I guess they had to change to attract new gamers. I'm sorry, but this endless growth mindset is going to fucking kill everything you love, and I am not kidding. The urge to always be changing something so it can appeal to more and more people and grow and grow and grow, and number must only go up and never go down, otherwise we're failing. It is going to kill everything you fucking love. Because the more that these things try to change to appeal to other fucking people, the more it's going to lose the original artist, like the audience, and the more it's going to make you fucking hate the thing that they're making, okay? It sucks. It's mine!
Roger 1 to Bravo, I'm in position.
What the hell?
Half a click off the coast, structures are visible. What's your status?
I'm sorry, she's so ugly. Can I say this? No, guys. Ever since I learned that these 3D models are based off of real people, now I'm self-conscious about calling video game characters ugly. I literally think this is Fortnite. This is, in my head, this is not computing as Call of Duty.
This is how to unlock the brand new camo terminus, and you better hurry because you don't have a lot of time.
Truth is, your whole life is a lie.
It's a lie?
So, we hit the war. Now it rages all.
Chatty, how much money? How much money to take a nice big sip of this right here beverage? How much money? How much do you need to take a sip of this shit? $10, $0. I'd sooner die. The duality of man, bro. Guys who are just like $0, I'd rather fucking die. It's not that bad. Come on, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
We hit the war.
We at the war.
All in the shadows.
Behind.
When did it turn into this, Chatty? When did it get in shitified like this?
While we build your trust, the world falls apart around you. If you weren't so distracted, you'd realize nothing.
5 to 10 years ago? Oh my god. I didn't know the struggle you guys were going through. I didn't know your plight.
Look in the dark.
Oh my god. It couldn't be more different! This game has an actual art direction. Holy! This is so sad. This is so sad, bro. Looks like Skyrim with mods to me. I'm gonna ban you. Not really, but you made me want to ban you with that comment. Like, really bad. It's almost offensive what they've done to Call of Duty. It's almost a war crime. Ah!
Mourning while we've lost. I see.
Yeah. This happens a lot. We've lost a lot, man. They answered the call of duty! And that was the original. I'm literally doing the no way with my hands right now. Oh my god. See, it had an art direction. It had an art direction. It had like an actual goal. They're looted. This is sad. By fate. What happened, Fortnite? People die when they are killed. Faye, he's not wrong. Everybody makes fun of him, but he just said something that was very true. So what was the first Fortnite game? When did Fortnite come out? I bet you can track the enshittification of Call of Duty to the time around and after when Fortnite came out and became super popular. Around 2015? Oh my god, this explains so much. COD was ass way before Fortnite. Is this real? It is true. It is true. I have heard these things.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All the usernames above the characters. Listen. This whole video is trying to ore farm Call of Duty. I know what you guys were saying in the voice lobbies. I had a brother. Had? Yeah, I had a brother. Don't live with him anymore. And I killed him. Yeah, sorry for your loss. I just said I killed him. Why would you be sorry for me? Objective completed, more like. Chatty. Where are the comments? If you went 10 years back in time and showed modern Call of Duty footage to someone, they'd think it was Saints Row footage. Is this real? Dinosaur Lord, welcome? Bro actually released patch notes for his video. This why it's just cosmetics and skin should be immediately rejected. It only turns into pop culture slop. It's a slippery slope, you know. People are like, oh, the slippery slope fallacy. But what if it's not a fallacy? What if having a cash shop where you can buy skins is actually just the first step to enshittifying a game?
No,
I've seen it happen before. To my own games.
Original Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3.
There were still high points after that, but that was when it started trending down.
Damn, is this real? I never played COD. Never played COD. I thought it still looked like this. I thought it was basically still looking like this, but with more realistic graphics. I didn't know that it looked like whatever this is now. I literally didn't believe that this was fucking Call of Duty footage. Ain't no way. Ain't no way this is Call of Duty footage, bro. Oh my god, look, it's me! Johnny! Johnny, it's me! Johnny, it's me! It's literally me! Would you let me in? Would you let me in? What if I was a visitor? What if I showed you my teeth and they were perfect? What if my eyes were red and bloodshot? I would have an excuse for everything, by the way. I'd be like, of course my teeth are perfect. I'm anime. Of course my eyes are red and bloodshot. I just got done crying. And also drinking all of my gamer subs with code Lucy to get 10% off. Of course I have no hair in my armpits. I shave it all, chatty. Of course there are bugs coming out of my ears. The bugs are back, just like in Dracuflow. I've got a reason for everything. Of course my aura looks all fucked up in the picture, chatty. I'm a demon. So I'm gonna look like that. That doesn't make me a visitor. Yeah, the bugs are worms. Check the next slide. What? Chatty, I don't even look like that. You're giving me body dysmorphia? Chatty, giving me body dysmorphia. Wait, do I look like that? Is that what I look like? Is this really me? Shit. Fuck. God, I'm chopped. I'm actually chopped, and everyone's just being nice to me. They're like pity watching me right now. This is so sad. Anyway, what the fuck is this video? Genuinely. Ponies versus the French? What the hell is this shit?
After countless environmental violations in Ponyland,
what?
Negotiations commence between the ponies and the French.
Whoa, you guys eat meat too? Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
You gotta take down your factories! They're polluting our grass!
Taking down those factories would cripple our economic advantage over the furbobs and bushwillies.
Wait, this is literally how I imagine all French people.
We will give you so many oats
Or perhaps
So many oaths!
instead. French, send them to the guillotine.
But madame, the guillotine is still on strike.
What?
What?
No matter. Take them to the dungeons.
As the women are taken, the children decide to take a stand.
We may take our women, but we shall take our women back.
Wait, it's like Donald Duck?
Meanwhile, in France.
Just like last week.
What are all of you supposed to be? My dinner?
Perhaps you're our dinner.
Ignore her. She's not with us.
Hey!
How dare you? I'll have you know, little fat ponies, that I am the king of France. Or at least I was until that...
Oh my god, yeah, he looks French. Wait, is that Rumpelstiltskin?
That's sad. A king shouldn't be locked up in a prison. Well...
Tell you what.
Well...
Let me take back the throne and I'll build more factories.
But we want the factories taken down.
Help me take back the throne and I'll take down all the factories.
You got yourself a deal, mister. But how are we gonna get out?
Oh, I've got an idea.
Buttons? Buttons, no!
No! What the fuck?
Wrong. Buttons! Oh.
Oh.
Where are we gonna get in? If I think hard enough, there'll be a way in.
Meanwhile, this secret passageway should lead us straight to the French.
Oh my god, I can't believe all French people look like this.
Guys, just surrender already.
Whoa, deja vu, am I right?
Is that Fluttershy?
How are we gonna get out of here?
I've got an idea.
Just then, the children make a grave discovery.
No! No!
Look, it's the French. Get them.
Is that like slurs for the ponies whenever they make duck noises?
And so, the women and children did the taking, overthrowing the French monarchy to help create another French monarchy. Thank you, little
Damn.
ponies. I shall now honor my word. I surrender.
Oh, no, you don't do that now.
Oh, all right. Sorry, that's, habit.
Habit. No way. No way. I need to see a whole thing like this. I need to see a whole My Little Pony that's just like this. Please, I need it. I need it to be happy. Why fast food sucks now. We're having a lot of shitification videos today, but I love ranting, so let's fucking
I'm going to show you
go.
a few different modern fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which restaurant.
Okay, okay, easy. So,
Lucy P. Hart.
I don't think you totally, wait, I don't think he took all the logos off. The one on the right is McDonald's, and the one on the bottom right is KFC. And the one on the bottom left, I'm gonna guess Taco Bell, and then the top left is Panda Express, right?
It is. Here is number 1. That
You
is
didn't find,
Panda
yeah,
Express.
here's the problem. You didn't take off the logo from the door. You forgot to take the logo from the door, so I cheated.
Here is number 2. That is Arby's.
Fuck!
Here is number 3. That is Burger
Shit!
King. Here is number 4. That is Wendy's.
Fuck!
Fast food restaurants in America have completely
I only got the one I
lost their
cheated on.
identity, but it doesn't
Satsuri,
stop
thank
at
you for the
these
22 months, almost 2
soulless
years, yeah.
buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast. And on top
Fast,
of that,
yeah.
the experience
It's all
used
gone
to be
now.
fun. Today, the color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a regular restaurant, and the service is slower than
it's
ever.
so bad for
but this
you.
did not happen by accident. In fact, it's all by design.
All by
And today
design.
I'm going to break down why fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow.
It's
And
not
while
a
it might
bug, it's a
sound like
feature.
all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the glory days. Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry. What used to be these creative architectural fun houses
I missed
have
that! Dude, I
transformed into
remember
sterile
that.
gray boxes
I
that are
remember that.
severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like
No.
modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare that to what this architectural illustrator posted on
Oh
Reddit.
my
Even
God.
without the logos, you can still tell
Do you remember when they had the French fry arches on the roofs? Oh my god.
building belongs to each fast
This is
food
bringing
brand.
it all
Or can
back.
you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct. Early Taco Bell locations were designed to evoke the look and feel of
I never saw a
traditional
Taco
Spanish
Bell
and
like
Mexican
this,
style
unfortunately.
architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams,
I was
and
robbed.
arched
I was
entryways.
robbed.
Now, you get a gray box with a modern purple LED light. Pizza Hut's red roof became
God.
such an iconic part of their
I
design
remember!
that now when a
I
new business
remember!
takes over the building and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut.
True.
But today's Pizza Hut? Yep, another gray box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could see from a mile away.
These are
I
so
was surprised to
cute.
find out that there are still a few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look. Take this Bloomington, Minnesota location for example. It still has the massive
Well, I
arches
guess
on
I
each
figured out where
side,
I'm
the red
moving.
and
We're going
white
to
striped
Minnesota.
bricks around the edges, and
I'll
red
never see
outline
my
gives
friends
it
again.
this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build locations faster. The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were
At least
supposed
this
to
is
resemble
still
French fries
fine.
is what most people remember visiting throughout their
I remember
childhood.
this, I
There are still
remember.
a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and the bright blue sky. Or
Beautiful
check
is
out
a
this
stretch,
stunning
but-
Durham, North Carolina location. This photo was taken
Okay, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. They were never fucking beautiful.
in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993. Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024. Even this
Yeah, not
location
beautiful,
outside
but
of Disney
iconic.
World looked like a theme park of
Sometimes
its
cute.
own. And I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a
What
corporate
the
headquarters.
fuck?
Now, one of the main reasons behind the gray box trend is
Oh
that
god,
it's
this
a
one's awful.
safer,
This one,
smarter real estate
this just made my
investment.
depression
This
worse
strategy
looking at the
leans
shit.
heavily on modular construction and prefab standardized architecture. When a previous brand needed a very specific
Yeah,
build-out,
Prison
which
Core!
usually came down to their custom roofs, it just
Prison
cost
Core is
more. And
actually
in a way,
correct.
they're also preparing for their imminent failure because these vague buildings
And it sucks for the people who work there too. Imagine clocking in every day to fucking Prison Core McDonald's and me.
can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC combo was
They're
turned into a
cannibalizing
local
each other.
pharmacy. And this former Arby's is now a local
That is such a
pizzeria.
tiny little
and to
Arby's.
No surprise at all, the local pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina that was transformed into a Dunkin' Donuts. It's undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings
Merrick,
that can
welcome!
outlive the brand inside them.
Do you think that, like, you can
In
open a
Carolina
checking
that was
account
transformed
while
into
you're
a
at Dunkin' here?
Donuts. It's undeniably smarter
The Dunkin'
and probably
credit
more
card.
sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand inside them, which will
America
in
runs on
turn
Dunkin',
reduce waste
literally.
and provide opportunity to future businesses. But there's just something sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character. But it's not just the exterior that lost its character. The interior is where many of these places thrive.
True!
Stepping inside used to
It's
feel
so
like entering
funky.
a little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and
I
teal
remember,
Art Deco
I remember,
chairs,
I
textured
remember,
wall
I remember.
tiles, and neon squiggles that felt like walking through a 90s arcade. People today would probably call this tacky, and they might not be wrong.
It is tacky, but
damn, it
that's
has
the
an
point.
identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those subscriptions I forgot about. Luckily, today's sponsor, Rocket Money,
Ain't no way. Hey, I heard that you don't like that you have so many subscriptions, so how about you pay a subscription to something that will cancel your subscriptions? What are we doing?
back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and indoor sets packed with massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to play in while the adults got to enjoy their meal. However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders and monkey bars. In a 5-year span alone from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injured.
Have you guys noticed that a lot of things get ruined in favor of, quote, protecting and helping children? When a lot of the times, the ways that, like, kids are getting hurt is because parents are not paying attention to what their kids are doing.
Claims were
and then they
filed
make it
against
worse for everyone
McDonald's
else.
when kids fell off their equipment or got
Like, realistically, with the amounts of McDonald's across America, literally the fucking thousands, And then in the past 5 years, 1,500 claims. It's really not that fucking bad.
In one of their structures. Hundreds, if not thousands
Maybe
of
I'm just
injuries
crazy.
went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns. Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy. Some places have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner-inspired McDonald's location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole-ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant. This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another
Are you joking?
modernized
Are you
hospital
kidding? Are you
cafeteria a
kidding?
few years
Are you
ago.
kidding?
A location in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn was redesigned to a 1980s theme
Why?
for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still
What
doesn't
happened
look
to the
like
car?
a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place a lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the blueprint for the modern fast food gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper,
It's so
the
ugly.
IKEA chairs
It's
that
actually
hurt to
so
sit in,
ugly.
the inoffensive abstract art, the dim industrial lighting,
It is
can
offensive.
all
It
be
offends
blamed
me.
on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was called
Hot take,
fast
they suck
casual.
anyway.
You still got your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were
Elevated?
marketed as
What's
fresher,
elevated
and the
about
interiors
this?
ditched the kid-friendly chaos in favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to
Not
pay.
me. I
But they
never
weren't
took the
just paying
Chipotle
for
pill.
vibes.
I never
Those
took the
2010s
Chipotle pill.
Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came at a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, McDonald's stock price fell to a 9-year low.
And now it's
Q4
falling
of
again!
2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had, losing $344 million.
Chipotle used to get you fat burritos. Everything dies in time. Just give it a second.
Documentary further
Now they're
tarnished the
stingy.
company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day, every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, a 13% body
You
mass
don't
increase,
say.
increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as
He's
the face
sexual
of
dysfunction.
America's
Bro
obesity
stopped getting an
crisis.
erection because
So
he
while
ate
McDonald's
fries.
scrambled to repair its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler, healthier experience that looked and felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response,
Just kind of crazy to me though, because was this documentary really that fucking influential? Because I can't remember a single time in my whole life that anyone ever said that fast food was healthy for you. Not a single time.
McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted
They
was
showed
a
this
push
shit in
for a more
schools? Oh my
contemporary
god. I guess
aura,
you guys are older
accented
than
by
me. I guess I'm just too
terracotta,
young and
olive, gray
youthful.
colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit. I also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale.
And now they're getting rid of it. Now they're getting rid of all their tables and they're making it feel bad to sit down in the chairs, and they want you out as quickly as possible because they too are merely a fast food restaurant. I was about to say, were you even born when it came out? Well, I don't know. I'd have to check.
Apple taught
Hi,
the
Butter
entire
Toast.
retail
Welcome.
world that an ultra-minimalist design
Expired.
could signal
Sorry.
trust and
Mr.
quality.
Expired.
Today, seemingly every fast food chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks,
It's
and
awful.
the Apple Store.
I
which
will
has
never forgive
majorly
Chipotle.
contributed to them losing what made
Why do
them
I say
special in the
Chipotle
first
instead of
place.
Chipotle?
Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Muchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more than a marketing tactic.
Of course, but it sucks.
As new and fresh and offering food that is new and fresh. What has changed within our restaurant? We want to communicate that to the customer on the outside, and the easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior.
Joke's on them. If they make it too uninviting, nobody will come there and get more overpriced drinks and food. I don't think anyone understands how dire local coffee shops have been, because a lot of local coffee shops, unfortunately, make really fucking not good coffee. okay? I've seen videos of the shit that people have, and it looks unappetizing. It looks like it was made wrong. And it's like, you can tell that they're getting very basic things about coffee making incorrect, and also they're overcharging for it, and they're like kind of they're kind of ripping off customers too. Like, Starbucks looks you in the eye and says, I'm about to rip you off for this coffee price. And you're like, yep, I know you will. But these little coffee shops are like, I'm going to rip you off for this. But you should feel good about it because you're giving like fucking money to a local business. And you should be happy to do this. And you should be grateful you have one in the like distance and range. And also, by the way, I'm going to turn this little screen around. If you don't give me a tip, I'm going to give you a dirty look. And then I'm gonna treat you like shit for the entire interaction that we have with each other. Get the fuck out of the store now. Like, this is literally the fucking experience of going to a local coffee shop. I'm not crazy. It's like that. They don't even realize that they should put the fucking espresso before they put the milk because it doesn't mix properly when the drink is fucking cold. It's sad. These drinks I'm seeing, the milk is separating from the flavoring and separating from the fucking espresso, and it looks like shit! So, it's not just Starbucks that's to blame, okay? There's a whole environment that's enabling this shit to happen.
How can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier? That's
So
basically
true.
the
So
gist.
true.
I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding,
You tell him,
it
white
seems
girl
like
slay. I promise I'm not sponsored by Starbucks to say this, okay? I don't think Starbucks coffee is good either. The thing about Starbucks is that it's fucking everywhere. If you want to get a coffee, there's probably one 2 minutes away from you no matter where you are. You could be in the middle of, I don't know, like we were talking about, fucking Minnesota. You turn around, there's a Starbucks right behind you, looming over you, casting a shadow over you and haunting every moment of your life. You can't get away from Starbucks. So, they at least get the bare minimum right properly. They will mix the flavors together. Your drink will taste fucking flavored. It will taste flavored. No Starbucks here? Yeah, but Lamelda, Russia's not a real country, so what do you want me to do? I can't help you with that.
aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised, with buns flat as a pancake and lettuce that looks like it was left out all night. Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers, so you can't even taste the chicken anymore.
It's
and
so
those
gross.
so-called crispy fries you ordered look like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served
back.
without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week, who has spent the past decade reviewing
Oh my god,
fast food
it's
menu
that
items,
guy.
just about how to melt down over the decline in quality and service across every big
He looks like an alien to me. I don't mean that in a mean way. He just looks like he's not from this planet.
chain in the US after countless bad experiences in 2023.
Yeah, he's probably the same species as Mark Zuckerberg.
With quality, it's just elapsing more and more. And it's not just Culver's. It's every place.
Yeah, it is.
McDonald's,
He's
Burger
right.
King, Wendy's,
He's
Taco
right.
Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years, where the food has just been awful. It's quite frankly disgusting. I hate when this happens. And what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some just vile slop, for lack of a better word.
Slimy.
And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money.
He's right.
What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right?
No, it's not!
Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeyes, and McDonald's
so over,
all
man.
raised their prices by 55 to 100% between 2014 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants.
I
Maybe
remember.
you'd snag a couple of grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell, a McDouble, McChicken, and fries, a famous bowl from KFC, and even if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has the most affordable fast food
No
in the country,
way.
but meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a fast food meal.
Yeah, the $5 footlong. Oh my god. That was so much fucking food for $5. And they'll never do it again. They'll never do it again. That's what made you famous, Subway. That's what made you famous and iconic. Holy fucking fall off. Jesus Christ. Sleek Akira, thanks for the 42 months. I appreciate it.
And I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13. Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac meal. In 2020,
I have to tell you an honest thing about myself, Chatty. I've gotten less fast food, and I've just started straight up ordering takeout from like actual restaurants because the price is similar and the food is better. And it's you know, I really don't notice much of a difference.
Before the McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40.
This is so fucking condescending. This is so fucking condescending, bro.
Myth. McDonald's raised prices at nearly double the national rate of inflation. False. McDonald's overall 5-year price increases are closely connected to the increase of cost to run restaurants, which have gone up.
Me, when I explain to the customer that they're wrong, the customer is always right unless they stop coming to buy our stuff. And then we need to release this infographic to talk about how actually McDonald's has done nothing wrong. McDonald's has done nothing wrong. Have you guys noticed, have you guys fucking noticed that your prices are increasing while the wages are staying the fucking same?
A bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019.
Your customer base doesn't exist anymore.
As a myth, McDonald's
it's dwindling.
medium fries increased by 138%, just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a medium fries was a 44% increase. Like we're supposed to be like, oh, only a 44%.
Only 44%? That's not a big deal.
Cold and take 20 minutes to get.
Yeah.
That's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap. It's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, these chains are not charity organizations.
And I can't even blame the people who work there. They always, they always seem miserable and like they hate you for existing. And I can't even fucking blame them. I can't fucking blame them. I still think about that sign I saw in McDonald's that said, now hiring a new manager, $14 an hour. Like, you must be shitting me.
They're not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices. They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there. I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So
yeah, $14 for a manager. I'm not kidding. It might have actually been less.
Too much money.
I just can't remember if it was 13 or 14.
Fast? Well, kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru. America runs on urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work weeks are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster, work more, and consume more. So we design
I'm getting the depression pill
around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway.
And then see that you didn't get your order!
Stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel. Drive-thrus aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down. But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a line of frustrated drivers. Even places like In-N-Out are facing major problems with lines
In-N-Out, more like in and
traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much every Chick-fil-A
now you're
I've ever
out.
been to around lunchtime has 2 rows of 20+ cars bumper to bumper. Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get that somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of, but it doesn't make the food come out any faster.
Yeah.
Now, you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations or incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up, but fast food restaurants have done their homework. Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru.
I get it.
Twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store.
I get it.
That's because of the American go culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience. It's just
we're also just like, we don't want to interact with people and like go inside the store, you know? And also, the truth is, these restaurants, or at least my experience when I worked at Starbucks, I didn't have a drive-through thing when I worked at Dunkin'. They didn't have one at that store, but they did at Starbucks. And my experience is that they prioritize the drive-through orders because they're trying to get them out as quickly as possible. So if you come in the cafe, there's not a guarantee that you will get it any faster. In fact, you might get it slower. It really just depends.
Just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone.
Well, it is the reality. You kind of do have to eat.
And I'm talking to you, who's
Yeah, you don't even talk to a cashier inside. You place your order on a giant touchscreen. That is also true. Like, at McDonald's, they have these fucking kiosks, and you use those, and you try to order at the cash register, they'll look at you funky, and they'll be like, you can use a kiosk. What if I didn't want to, though?
literally eating a meal while watching this right now. The obsession with quick service.
I'm not eating a meal. Unless you count me eating up Chatty's love and affection. Don't cringe.
Service, combined with fast
Hold it
food's
back.
obsession with
Hold it
margins,
back.
is slowly turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell in 2022
What
for
the
their new
hell?
vision for making service easier than
This looks like Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail's main hub. Like this spot right here, it literally looks like whatever that place is called. I forget the name.
ever before, or the new designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that prioritize quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their
Yeah,
restaurant to
Solution
resemble
9,
more
yeah,
of a
that one.
studio apartment. To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human
everyone
staff
agrees with
members, and the
me.
responses
I'm a
have
nudister.
been mixed, with some customers praising the decision and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no more attitudes for no reason? More jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless.
I know there are a lot of people who are excited to have certain jobs replaced with AI, but I just can't help but think that that's extremely short-sighted. It's very short-sighted. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And Americans demanding even more convenience? How far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouths? But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand
How do I
change,
fight? How do I
get better
fight?
quality food, better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience.
How do I do
The
it?
solution
Tell
is quite
me.
simple. And it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing. In
So
places
move
like
to Japan?
France, or
Move to
Germany,
Japan?
The ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is
Just
far
leave
more
America.
respectful of the dining experience.
Fuck,
But
this is
change
often the
didn't
case.
necessarily
Yeah,
happen
this
out
is
of
often the
respect. It was
answer.
by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malau in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they
Roquefort
said was
cheese?
to denounce U.S. import restrictions and hormone-treated beef. But this was a calculated attack.
Oh
In
my
that same
God.
week, French
Friendly
farmers dumped
fire.
6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles. This was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced
No
ingredients,
way.
and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in McDonald's France is sourced domestically.
Do we need to do like a SpongeBob type protest? Like, the McDonald's CEO stands in his concession, plotting his oppression. Like, you just stand outside of every McDonald's and do this
Now,
shit?
this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food service retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable
Stop buying it and they'll
fish.
fix
the
it.
MSC is
Yes, fix it. Okay, what I think the customers want is more kiosks and possibly we're gonna say we're making better food. No, what if we brought back the McRib? Okay, that'll bring the customers back. Get the customers back, more kiosks, and then we'll just have like infinite fucking customer and revenue. We only need to make this change. Just bring back the McRib. It's their emergency box. They fucking break it open whenever they see his stocks drop.
widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood. Because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held
You
by the
don't
citizens.
say.
In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a
Taro
plant native
pie.
to Southeast Asia whose roots and
I can't.
leaves are used for food in this region.
I want to try it,
In
but I
Saudi
don't.
Arabia,
But I do, but I don't.
100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities and Islamic inspectors at the countries of export. The point is, McDonald's and other fast food restaurants will abide by socio-cultural, religious, food preferences,
Chatty, is this
and
stream
environmental
halal?
factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country. And they might even complement the country with a vibey atmosphere.
Thank you to everyone
They'll
saying
serve
yes.
food in decommissioned planes in New Zealand, a colorful building pagoda in China, or a ski up in Sweden. The end result: better service, better food, better vibes, and customers who treat eating as something worth sitting down for. All of these point to the fact that fast food restaurants can still be colorful, fun, cheap, and have the best quality food available for their meals.
I'll
It's
never
just
do
that
it.
They only change when people finally start to walk away. This is not the answer you want, but it is the
Chatty, does that mean I have to stop ordering Panda Express? Is it over for me? Am I gonna have to start? No!
truth. Sure, the buildings are gray and bland. Sure, the service is slow. Sure, the food doesn't taste as good and corporate greed is driving up the price. But you can protest. You can just stop going.
No,
And they will
never
be
stop
forced to
ordering.
resort back
They
to the
want me to
things that
die
made
of heart
these restaurants
disease.
special in the first place. But until most of us refuse to order from these fast food restaurants, then nothing is going to change.
Chatty. But me like the Kung Pao chicken. Me like the Kung... For discriminating taste. Wow, guys, I like how this is a Bioshock reference and everybody knows that it's a Bioshock reference and not some weird dog whistle towards people that we wouldn't really want putting eyes on us, you know? I'm so glad that we know this is a Bioshock reference. I'm so glad we're aware that this is a reference to a video game and not other shit, okay? For discriminating taste, the #1 Bioshock reference. Let's go! What a cute meme! What a cute meme! Yeah! Where is it from Bioshock? It's an image in Bioshock. Yes, yes. Of course it
I
is.
thought I just did one of these, but
Numi?
yay anyway.
Numi, is that you? Numi? Well, how long have you been here, Numi? How long have you been here? What the hell? Are you okay? Are you having a mental break the whole time? Aww. Hi, Numi. Do you like SCP content, Numi? Because that's what we're about to watch. You just miss me? I miss you too. We literally talked to each other yesterday, though.
Do another
Contractually
stream.
obligated conversations. Oh my god, he's back at it again. He's fucking back at it. Numi, this guy has been here since the beginning of the stream. Basically just telling me to do another fucking Nikkei stream for no reason. Why? Why are you wording it like that? It wasn't me, it was Bao, and she put it in my head. She put it in my head, man. It's her fault. Blame her. I didn't do anything wrong. I never do anything wrong. Anyway, so here's a creepy video, I'm assuming, about SCP Dollhouse. It has 10 million fucking views. That's a lot. That's a lot of damn views. Corey Cool Guy, thank you for 11 months. Gecko, thank you for 29 months. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh. Wait, I'm getting immersed already. Dollhouse, isn't that Germa thing? If you know what a Germa thing is, I'm just gonna have to start handing out bans to you people. What is Payload 0? I don't see any dollhouses. Wolf Patek, hi.
If anything pops off, we're gonna have a hard time telling people it was a gas leak.
No. They eat up that. They eat up lies.
David Coleman, you had your chance.
I wasn't talking to you, O'Neill.
Wasn't talking to you.
You get out of the car. You gonna call it?
Depends on the pool.
We're gonna have to give these people acting awards.
Given the intel, cognito hazard. That's my final answer.
Done. Hell yeah! Always wanted to take your fucking money. Let's get it, boys.
He's that one Twitch streamer.
Payload 01 to talk. We've passed Vector, moving to the target building. Over.
Okay, Chatty, there's an operation. I'm understanding. I'm interpreting the plot. Okay. They're walking slowly. This is not at all secretive. Just come at it from the front door. Right on the road. Wait. Okay. We're being watched. We're being surveyed. A new player has joined the game. What do you want them to do? Hide in the bushes? Yeah. Maybe I do. What about it? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? They're picking locks? Just smash the fucking door down! You guys love doing that. You love smashing doors down. Oh my god, are they swatting a Twitch streamer? This mission requires stealth. No way. There's no one in the house, obviously. They don't need any stealth. They are not secret. Also, smash that door. I just want action, okay? I just want brainless action. I just want them to come out hiding in the bushes, and then when they get to the front door, I want them to just, like, start screaming and smashing through it. This is my ideal. Lucy, patience. I'm being very patient right now, thank you. Oh my god, this screen is so dark. They're in the darkness. They're moving through the darkness. Chatty, what's happening is being obscured. Something lurks. Actually, Lucy, it's called the dark screen effect. Oh my god, that scared me.
01, building secure. Moving to SSE. Over. 02 and 3, on me. We'll handle the first floor.
02? Wait, isn't that one girl with the pink hair?
What kind of porn Middle America's got stashed in their closet?
Why is she in this? No riding the dinosaurs, Lucy. I would never be that disrespectful. Darling. What if I started calling you darling, Chatty? What if you became my darlings?
Computer's a mess. Nothing's working right. I think it's got the clap.
Did he? Whoa, the what?
Right? I think it's got the clap.
Huh? What does that mean? What does it mean for it to have the clap?
Any intel?
The densest part of this hard drive is the directory for a program called Java. It's software that's been running since before we got here. Looks just as fucked as the rest of this machine. Keeps crashing, hitching, and rebooting.
Yeah, he forgot to say I'm in. What a horrible hacker.
Just spits out code. All gibberish.
What is this? Confidential? Oh my god, we shouldn't be seeing this, Chatty. This is a HIPAA violation.
Are you asking because it's related to the mission, or are you just curious?
The female occupant. Any idea why this is here? She's living with this shrink, possibly in a relationship. Why is he bringing his work home with him?
The clap is a slang term for an STD. Yes, what I'm wondering is why you would make a joke about a computer having the clap. This has never occurred to me. How does a computer get the clap? Is that basically what? Is my fucking computer turning around and connecting to unknown networks when I'm not looking and it's like getting the clap from it? What?
Didn't your friends in Langley do her background?
Yeah, none of this came up.
Backseating jokes? Fuck you. Fuck you. In fact, I will.
You see that? She was in for a
That's what it's all about.
She just went for a long walk.
If I'm saying that something doesn't make sense, then I have the right to say that. Who are you to get in the way of my First Amendment rights?
If Langley missed that, how much else don't we know?
I was on your side. Liar. Mods are never on my side.
Keep looking.
Hey, TL. Can you come here for a
TL.
sec?
I know all these names by now. I've got these characters committed to memory. Got a hard read on all of them.
What is it? Anybody else been in the living room since we came up here? No. Okay. So who moved out all the furniture?
Stop
right there!
Oh my god, it's a sexy woman!
To apprehend. Over.
I can't believe it, Chatty. It's a sex woman.
This is 01. Lost contact with suspect 2. Searching the area. Over. There are hidden doors, some bullshit?
I like a challenge.
I like a
Wes, get up
challenge.
here, right now.
Couldn't have gone too far.
You find anything down there?
Nothing concrete. What happened up here?
Suspect 2 walked into this room from the other door. We went after her, but didn't find anything.
TL, you're gonna need to see this.
This dialogue is bad, or maybe it's just delivered bad.
Got something?
Come here, check this out, all of you.
Okay, who's getting... Wait, they're like getting naked in there.
You seeing this? I finally fucking lost it.
Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Payload 01.
Now that's good
Class 2,
dialogue.
The array appears to have non-Euclidean geometry that extends the house to an unknown degree. Moving in to reconnoiter the new area. Over.
Roger 01. Status on suspect 2. Over.
Suspect's location is unknown at this time. Over.
Over.
Roger that. Proceed with the recon mission. If you feel as if the AO is too large for you to fully explore, get you and your men out of there. Over.
Understood. 01 out.
Any luck?
Nope. Just a lot of shit I don't understand.
What kind of hacker are you? Any computer science people who want to critique the hacking in this? Camel? I thought I was gonna say camel toe. What's going on?
Neil,
Cardoon?
you know anything about the word cardoon?
It means cartoon. Oh, no, you whispered the demon's name. Now you've given it power. Oh my god, it's a computer. If I crawled out of the TV to give you a kiss, would you run?
It's likely to assume they are not the attackers from 2 days ago. If it is indeed a raid, then the methods employed don't line up when compared to the MO of the previous attackers. It is, however, possible that they may be connected through an anonymous tip between the 2 groups. A mutual benefit that would imply can only be speculated. Wait,
Something's not right. They're gonna die. They're all gonna die. They're gonna kill them all.
Scared the shit out of me as a child.
You're a pussy. I watched the movie as an adult and it didn't scare me at all. So now I'm gonna call little child you a pussy. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Huh? No, that's fair. What movie scared you though? Did I even watch? I don't think I was allowed to watch those movies as a kid. My first horror movie was probably when I was an adult.
Fuck, my nuts just turned off.
I heard my nuts. I heard my nuts just turned off.
I can't see shit.
We all heard that, right? We all fucking heard that? I hate when that happens, yeah. You see something? Oh! What the? Oh, she's glitching.
Coleman, you good?
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
An SCP!
Sir, we need to go right now.
She's whispering. Is this gang signs for like a computer virus?
Payload 01, we have a threat in the building.
Current weapons possibly insufficient. Permission to clear out, over.
If the Bloods and the Crips could all get along, I wouldn't be stuck stringing this code along.
You gotta be kidding me.
Talk, this is 0106 is down. I repeat, 06 is down. Possibly KIA, over.
Oh no. Oh no. He's got the clap. Oh wait, so this is like, okay, so the sexy computer girl virus is having sex with them and giving them the clap, and okay, so it's another sex SCP. Sex CP, am I right?
Everything is fine. Nobody's come to the house? No, there is nobody here. Everything is fine.
If you insist, just checking in on you.
Completely understandable.
Alright, well, sorry to wake you.
That's why their balls turned up.
Me too. Goodbye.
Target is no longer present.
No!
Tried to raise you guys earlier. What happened to West?
He's gone.
He's gone forever. He's got the clap.
Dude got fucking vaporized or something.
Did you see anything else while you were in there? Anything that might point to what we're dealing with?
I like how chill they are about it. They're just like, eh. Yeah, he did. He died.
Everything was glitching out, even the suspects.
Any clues on your end?
Just speculation. I think this is just a guess. I think what you've seen here is
Yeah, it is what it is.
These
Shrug.
glitches appearing may coincide
That's our
with a lot
job.
of what I've seen on this machine. I think it's affecting everything in the area. Don't really know how or why, but like I said, it's my best guess right now.
So, theoretically, if you're right, then if we take that shit with us, it could possibly begin to affect things outside of the house?
That's assuming it isn't already doing that. Could have spread across this whole block for all we know.
It's
So
everywhere.
leave the laptop here?
That's a very good question.
Oh my god, it's running command prompts.
No, we don't know what will happen once it's off.
How many keyloggers does that computer have?
That experiment.
Here's what we can do. I can stay here while you guys return to the vehicle. I'll copy the important files over to a secure drive.
Yes.
And then shut everything down.
You sure about that, Fletcher?
I'm sure.
I'll stay too. If you go down, I can finish the job.
Try to make it quick. Let's move out.
Good luck, boys.
Good luck, boys. Just think of all the gay sex we can have later. Hoorah!
So much for that bet.
Come on, O'Neill. Nobody's ever won that.
Yeah. Always wanted to see a ghost, though.
Oh my god, he always wanted to see a ghost. His dream is coming true. Wait, this is hopium. My nuts again!
You almost done?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go.
No. Computer virus waifu, though. Is this how Project Melody was born? What the hell did I just watch? Is there an after credit scene? No. What the hell? Certified SCP moment, certified SCP moment. Guys, we need to talk about this. We can't all wear the skull mask. What if we have different colors? They're literally an idol group! Idol group SWAT unit! Holy shit! Nope, just a lot of shit I don't understand. Literally every programmer and CS student has ever lived. Chatty, is this real? Chatty, can any CS student confirm or deny whether this is real? True and real. True. Yeah. Yep. Yes. True. Truth nuke. No way. I'm learning so much. What the fuck is a performative male? Yeah, I guess that is a performative male.
Come on. Look at this performative male, everyone.
No! He got caught!
Cultured. But really, he's just a performative male.
Damn it, I knew this would happen.
And the mustache. I mean, you might as well be carrying a tote bag.
I thought the mustache looked cool.
Doing everything performatively just to attract female attention. Like an approachable, nice guy.
Oh my god, this is the male pick-me? They call you a performative male? And then women get called pick-me's? Oh my god!
Well, I do want women to approach me.
Performatively. God, I didn't curse this.
Performatively?
What? No.
Are you not being a performative male for other males?
No, I'm not performing. I just need to signal to people that I'm better than you by turning your back on your fellow man.
By
Typical
performing?
performative male, a guy who doesn't do anything sincerely.
Just like you're doing.
I'm sincere. I sincerely hate performative males.
Performative?
You're not a vibe, bro.
What's more performative, me reading a book in public or you trying to get internet clout for making fun
What's
of me?
more performative, writing a straw man character just to debate the discourse about performative males? Then perform both characters in your room in front of all of your books on a YouTube channel.
What about performative males in this comment section? Performatively watching man carrying thing videos, signaling to one another that they are the cool ones, they're the smart ones, they aren't the dumb ones.
Making meta commentary in your own video critiquing performative males, is that not the most performative?
We're all performing for everyone, always. There's no true self anymore.
Yeah.
Paranoia and self-deception.
It's even worse if you're autistic. The universe is expanding. So, any performative males in the chat? I think I'm also a performative male at this rate. I fucking hate this YouTube channel. It's slop content. I'm only watching this basically so I can shit on it. Okay? Psych2Go sucks. Fuck them. Okay?
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Did you guys know the term incel was actually coined by a female?
This doesn't surprise me in the fucking slightest, like not even a little bit, because incel is used mostly by women to try and insult men who are virgins.
Her name is Alana, and her original definition of the word incel was anybody of any gender who was lonely, never had sex, or who hadn't been in a relationship in a long time.
Damn, and this evolved a lot ever since this time.
The word incel has been thrown around so much in modern day culture, and it's a common label placed specifically on males, usually to insult them, especially online. I'm looking at you, Reddit.
Yeah,
Incel
Reddit.
Is short for involuntarily celibate, and refers to a frustrated man who feels unable.
If you're fucking Hatsune Miku in your mind palace, you are not celibate. You have had sex, and better sex than most men ever will.
Able to develop romantic or sexual relationships despite wanting one. A femcel.
Have you guys ever had a wet dream so realistic you were like, maybe I should just add that to my body count?
Femcel is essentially the same thing, except it refers to women, who often express feeling undesirable and rejected. So, with that being said, let's explain the femcel phenomenon and how it relates
explain
to
it.
female isolation and loneliness. Femcels and sexual frustration. Similar to incels, femcels often express romantic and sexual frustration rooted.
Did you? I have memories of the cheerleader dream. I can still remember how it went.
In feelings of fear and worthlessness. In one fascinating research study about femcels published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, researchers collected data from over 24,000 posts.
The what dream? I had a dream that I was for some reason in a cheerleader outfit, and Chatty was in the stands, and we were cheering each other on.
From a dedicated online femcel community to understand and identify common themes and patterns within their online conversations. This was done by coding 1,200 posts containing the keywords sex, power, frustration, and revenge.
Revenge!
One of the key themes identified frequently was sexual frustration, with
Uh-huh.
many women attributing it to not being able to find high-quality partners.
What?
In one discussion, a woman wrote, "A generous, attentive, even understanding lover does not exist for ugly femcels."
Oh my god. Listen. I maintain that the word femcel should basically just mean female loser, of which there are many. Women can be losers. In fact, a lot of them are losers.
The researcher also found that many women on these femcel forums expressed resentment about pretty privilege and not feeling attractive or young enough. The grievances and frustration around sex, relationships, and perceived attractiveness by femcels.
I saw a video recently that was like of an average looking woman saying that you're not experiencing pretty privilege if like somebody buys you a drink or something like that, because that's just female privilege, because any guy would do that for a woman if they thought it would lead to having sex. Is this true? Is this true? Does that mean it's not pretty privilege, it's just female privilege? I don't know if she's right or not. Is she smoking like weed? I don't know. Is she smoking? I don't spend money even on myself. Imagine coping that hard. Mostly not true, accurate. Dude, I'm getting some very mixed opinions. I didn't know what to think about it. I've never really been to a bar to have that experience in the first place, so nobody's ever bought me a drink. It's never happened. I want a relationship more than sex. This is what I want to believe that most people want. I want to believe that most people want this, but the internet keeps feeding me rage bait where it's just like, people just want sex and nothing else.
Femcels paralleled some of the themes associated with the incel community. But there are still stark differences in the...
If the incels and the femcels are worried about being alone, why don't they just marry each other?
ways these two
Problem
different groups express
solved.
themselves and how their experiences manifest.
But the problem is they don't want each other. Men don't want nasty, unshowered, smelly, mentally ill women. And ditto the other way around.
The pink pill. Similar to what's referred to as the red pill within male culture, the pink pill refers to a belief system that claims...
Says who? You only fucking think that you want a mentally ill woman. You only fucking think that while you don't have to live with them. For those of us who have lived around mentally ill women, I promise you it's not gonna make your dick hard.
...aims to reveal the harsh truths about gender dynamics, dating, and society, which are believed to be intentionally hidden or denied by mainstream culture. The pink pill philosophy claims that women who
The
are
pink
considered
pill
undesirable
philosophy?
or even ugly are victims of deeply ingrained societal beauty standards and need to recognize and accept this rather than comfort and delude oneself.
You guys should look at the Reddit looks maxing subreddit, but it's like, I think it's only for girls. There's like a girls looks maxing subreddit, and it's all about girls talking about how they can be sexually attractive so that they can basically find a man who's willing to like buy everything for them and then leech off of them for the rest of their lives.
Beauty standards placed on women perpetuate feelings of loneliness and exclusion, and many in the femcel community feel that it limits their options in the dating pool. While men might be judged by things like height, income, and social status, women who identify as femcels often express feeling judged by their weight, makeup, style, and of course, their age.
So, let's not to be offensive.
Things like height, income, and social status.
Height, you cannot change. Income, extremely hard effort to change. And your social status also requires strong effort to change.
Women who identify as femcels often express feeling
Style?
judged by their weight, makeup,
Makeup and style? You mean skills you could fucking learn in a month if you put in the effort? Even losing weight, it might take you some time depending on how overweight you are, but even that you can just do over time. What the fuck is this comparison?
style, and of course, their age. It's important to remember that toxic beauty standards aren't reflective of the person, but of society as a whole. It's the unfortunate reality that many women face, and it's a driving force
Is this
behind
rage
why
bait?
they may choose to identify as a femcel when they feel they
Everybody has to deal with beauty standards. Everyone has to deal with this.
don't fit into these standards. Sad girl core and mental health.
Sad girl core?
There's a common theme around the discourse on femcel culture, which is a general disappointment around men, love, and relationships, and feeling misunderstood and overlooked as a whole. In an academic article published by the European Journal of Cultural Studies, the authors explain that the term femcel within contemporary social media platforms and internet culture is articulated to express an identity into the world, often a romanticized notion of being lonely, pathetic, or toxic towards relationships in some way. Even though male incel culture often claims that women yield an infinite degree of sexual power and access, femcels argue that they're constrained by societal standards of beauty and femininity that can
Am I being rage baited?
manifest into mental health issues such as depression and social anxiety. Unfortunately,
I don't think that my mental health issues stem from anything related to being a woman.
femcel culture parallels
I would be
the
going through the
bleak
same shit
sentiments
if I
and
were a
toxic
guy.
internet culture as its male incel counterparts, and femcel spaces can
No! I'm wrong. I lied. I would not be going through the same shit if I was a guy. I would have it worse, okay? Take my current personality and change it to a man, and suddenly I'm a sex pest, I'm disgusting and nasty, and no one wants to be around me, and I'm a gooner incel, and I should fucking die, okay? But since I'm a girl, guess what? I get to be a fucking VTuber! This is the reality!
From echo chambers that reinforce pessimism, black and white thinking, or fatalism about relationships. So with that in mind, one of the themes within femcel culture that comes up a lot is sad girl core. For those who aren't familiar with this term, you might think of melancholic Lana Del Rey or Billie Eilish edits on TikTok, or dare I say, Tumblr. Where are my millennials at? However, sad girl core is more than just an internet aesthetic. Sad girl core is an extension of femcel culture and the feelings behind female angst.
Where's the femcel culture? Where? Why have I not been invited? I feel like if there was a femcel culture, I would have been invited to it. Why am I not there?
Disillusionment about
Maybe the real femcels are too busy self-isolating.
Relationships with males. Those who identify as femcels express their mental health issues and deep-seated resentment around sex and relationships in the content we see online. But it's often displaced.
You're not gonna show any examples?
As this content always tends to solely blame men and society for all of their problems, similar to male incel culture. And it's toxic when both femcels and incels engage in this behavior. The biggest problem with leaning into femcel or incel culture is that it can result in feelings of resentment and even anger or hatred, because it's an endless feedback loop of—
No, how dare you ask Psych to go
She
for
sounds like
examples.
me,
They just put
FRFR.
shit into Chat GPT and then they're done. If you expect any more from this channel, you're wrong.
pessimism about one's circumstances, which can exacerbate existing mental health issues or conditions. So, what do you guys think of this topic? We'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions, and lived experiences in the comment section. As always, have a wonderful day.
Every time I have to talk about women, I have to stop myself from saying a bunch of things because I have a lot of feelings, but I haven't worded them properly. And unfortunately, when you say anything about topics like this, it can come across really bad if you don't think it out properly beforehand. Let me do a sip of water, clear my head up a little bit. I'm fine. I'm moving past it. I'm moving past it. I'm moving past it. Okay? I'm moving past it. If this video is accurate about femcels online, then I think the people who say that femcels are annoying and cringe are right. And maybe I should be shamed, and maybe I should be pushed to the corners and fringes of society and never have to interact ever again. I think it should happen to me if this video is in fact a factual, accurate reflection of the state of women who share my maladies. Anyway, what is this video? Oh my god! Girl, she's like, that's me. IRL, that is literally me. It is literally me.
Truck driver.
That is literally me.
Watch where you're going, you fucking piece of shit! Oh, it's red, keep going! Who said it? No, you're not passing me, stop it! No! That what? Stop!
Why are they driving so fast?
I am not one to be outdone. I am not one to be outdone.
Is this even the same fucking— This is not audio from this stream, you liar!
Wait, I'm not even looking at the road, it's crazy. Wake up, you piece of shit!
It's not the same video!
Fuck you!
See, the lip flaps! If the lip flaps do not match, you must quit! You must quit! AI, this is AI, this is AI. This is all AI. All AI, by the way.
Oh, this would be a great crash.
May I critique one single thing about this edit extra? The music is too loud!
Oh, this would be a wonderful crash. I'm feeling it. I am approaching at high velocity. I'm approaching at high velocity.
Grok, is this real? No, it's generated. It's genned. It's genned. Holy shit. You've portrayed me as a maniac. You portrayed me as a psycho. I am not a psycho. That's a good edit though. That's a good edit though. It's pretty good. It's pretty good though. But like, you lied. You lied. We do know we lied, right? Yeah, that's not Lucy. It's Meth Mandy. I got controlled by Meth Mandy while I was playing that game. It is true. That's not the real me. That's not the real me. I'm not like that. I don't act like that, Shetty, and you know it. And you know it. How are your recommendations today? Just bad. Yeah. Yeah, real bad. Real bad.
We're gonna open a jar. Easy. Now you try. First,
now you try.
Patrick, that's
Ashbringer. The Ashbringer. Oh my god. They even got the subtitles down there. They spared no expense for this edit. The Ashbringer. Bikini Bottom was never the same. What is the Ashbringer from? Why does this look like World of Warcraft to me? Oh, because it is? This is Blizzard shelling! They're shelling Blizzard! What have we become? What have we become? What have we become? Is this y'all's Shadowbringers moment? Oh my god, guys. It's not Epona. When I was younger, I used to call every single horse in any game Epona. I would name it Epona every time. I probably have some old save files of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life where the horse is just named Epona. From that day onwards, he was known as Patrick the Pure and spent the rest of his life purifying the land. I don't trust Patrick to do any of that. I don't trust Patrick to wipe his own ass, you know? Kind of a misportrayal, honestly. But that's a really good edit. Oh my god. The depressing truth behind Man vs. Wild. It was fake. Is nothing real anymore? Is nothing fucking real?
I didn't know it was this fake. That comment was posted to an early expose of Man vs.
Do you ever watch it? I've seen clips, but not a whole episode.
While Bear Grylls' other survival missions have featured everything from rented horses to volcanic landscapes created by smoke machines. We're gonna go over every available example where Bear Grylls might not have been telling the truth, including multiple responses from the man himself, so you can come to your own conclusion about whether or not the show was real. A TV survivalist caught cutting corners. This was the first example of Bear Grylls being
oh my god,
fakery, and it came on the 24th of July 2007, just 4 days after the end of the first season. The article was written after Mark Weinert, one of the show's consultants, came forward to talk about the ways in which the first season was staged. Mark began by explaining that while in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Grylls was seen supposedly
was he being a performative male?
Small life-saving fire.
On this little overhang here, here's all I've really got.
We're about to have a very small community. You say anything wrong, anything that slightly tips me off, you're gone.
Got now, our shelter for the night.
One wrong move and you're done for.
Instead spent each night at the Pines Resort in Bass Lake, which was advertised as a cozy getaway for families, and is a luxurious hotel with its own spa on a lake, as well as television, stone fireplaces, hot tubs, and internet access. However, this isn't the only part of the episode which has since been exposed as fake. Only a few minutes after waking from the campsite, which he apparently didn't even sleep at, Grylls runs into a group of wild mustangs Mustang.
What a liar.
Before talking about how unusual it was to see them out in the wild.
A chance to use an old Native American
Was this
mode of
also
transport
staged?
comes my way. And this is such a privilege to see. They're probably loose horses that have broken free maybe from a ranch.
He spends the next couple of minutes gaining the trust of the wild horses before trying to jump onto one without success, which is interesting.
Why would you even try to do that?
Post, Bear Grylls breaking a wild Mustang was actually a choreographed scene shot with a domesticated horse from a nearby ranch. The post included a video which has sadly now been deleted, yet there are comments on other websites to back up the claim, such as, the wild horses in the American West are uncombed skittish wild creatures with scrapes and cockleburs, not the gentle manicured saddle horse which was seen in that episode, alongside YouTube comments such as, I grew up near Reno, Nevada and spent a lot of time watching wild horses. The proof that he never roped a wild horse, he's still alive. On top of this, Mark Weiner then explained that season 1
Horses
episode
do
9,
not fuck
in which
around.
Grylls is supposedly surviving on a scarce desert island, was actually filmed off the coast of Hawaii, where Grylls spent his evenings in a motel. During the same episode, Grylls can be seen making a bamboo
What a
raft
fucking
on the beach,
scammer.
which
It's
even
almost
included a fish in
impressive.
its sail. Yet this was also debunked after Weiner explained he actually led a team of builders to construct the raft. It was then taken apart so that Grylls could be shown building it on camera. However, it was season 1 episode 5 on Mount Kilauea that was the most suspicious of them all. At the beginning of the episode, Grylls was supposedly walking on an active volcano, shown by sulfur dioxide gas which was
How is
steaming
this
from
fake?
the surface.
How is this
Sulfur
fake?
dioxide gas forms in volcanoes, and here it's really thick. Look at this, you can actually see the sulfur dioxide here seeping out of these vents.
However, after the episode went live, one of the show's safety instructors explained to the Sunday Times that the white clouds of poisonous sulfur dioxide that billowed around the former SAS
Was there
Explorer
anything
were in fact
real?
harmless vapor
Was there
created by
fucking
smoke
anything real?
machines.
Was
And
anything
according
real?
to insiders, the red glow of the molten magma which he warned could incinerate him in seconds was supplemented by burning hot coals brought in by members of the production team.
Was
Sulfur
any of it
dioxide fumes
real?
are colorless and you
Yeah, the
can't see
cameras.
it,
Fuck
so
you.
smoke generators were used off screen to make the existing fumes seem visible. Later in the episode, Grylls talks about being far from civilization, before explaining that crossing the terrain was dangerous due to lava cracks in the ground.
Crossing these fragile fissures can be dangerous, but there is a way to do it.
Okay,
Sometimes you
then
get
do it.
These
Then
lava
do it.
bridges that cross them over, but you've got to be really careful crossing these, just because you don't know what's solid and what's hollow underneath.
However, when a YouTuber called
So
Volcano
anticlimactic.
Chaser uploaded a video titled Reman vs Wild Bear Grylls is a phony, this
Oh
segment
my
was also
God.
debunked. The video showed that just behind the camera, the lava crack came to an end and could have simply been walked around, which became even worse after it was shown that Grylls was not far from civilization and was rather right next to a major highway. To add a cherry on top of the cake, the video description exposed other parts of the episode by stating, most of the scenes in the show don't exist in the area he was supposed to be in.
All of those dislikes are from people who like made Man versus Wild their personality and they're just pissed and they're like, this is faked. This is faked. It's just like the moon landing. It's bullshit.
Avocado trees, lava tube, tropical forest, fissures, and landing site are all in different parts of the island and separated by up to 50 miles. I've hiked this area hundreds of times. These fissures are unique to a small area on the summit and are a very popular tourist viewing area. They're only a few hundred feet long and easy to go around. Only the phony bear seems to have trouble crossing them. The fissures are located next to the parking area where cars can be seen on the
This is
crater
so
rim drive
sad.
shown on the clip.
Thank
although
God I
there was
never
still
saw
more
this. I'd be
trickery that
devastated
wasn't
right
being
now.
made obvious to the audience. Survival expert Nick Vrumans worked with Bear Grylls on season 1 episode 13 in the Australian outback, after which Nick stated that even the script itself was pre-planned. He'd expand on this by stating everything you see in the show is set up. I built him shelters and
Oh
found
my
him snakes
God.
to eat. On the show broadcast to Europe and the US, you see him catch a snake, kill it, and eat it. But it was actually 2 snakes. A roadkill that I found which he was shown beating on the head and eating, and then a live olive python that a wildlife carer had been rehabilitating, which was followed by Vrumans also exposing the segment where Grylls was almost attacked by a crocodile, stating, the
I would be such a priss about it. Like, imagine me, the perfect actor that I am, and I have to do an adventure acting, but then they hand me like a snake. I'm not eating that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? My picky eating would get in the way of my career.
Whole crew was petrified of the crocodiles. Bear didn't want to get anywhere near the water, so we filmed a setup of him like he was near a crocodile.
Press 1 if you would eat a snake.
When he
Press
was
2
actually
if fuck
a safe
that.
distance away. I was a bit miffed when I saw the finished show. As a result of the media ripping each episode to shreds, Bear Grylls was given a chance to respond to the controversy during a live talk
Those of you
show.
pressing 1 are insane.
We heard somebody complaining that they said, no, he's down the road at the Motel 6. He's not really out there surviving.
The way we film these things is over 6 days, and when I'm filming the live night stuff I'm out whether it's in a camel carcass or up a tree, and then when we're not filming the night stuff, I'll stay with the crew, wherever that is, whether it's in a tented camp area in the Sahara or a jungle lodge, in a rainforest or whatever.
Grylls would then issue a public apology stating, if people felt misled on how the first series was represented, I'm really sorry for that. He added, I'm
really sorry that you guys found out it was all bullshit. I'm really sorry that I got exposed. I'm really sorry for lying, but I would have done it and gotten away with it too if you just hadn't found out.
Person that takes the rap for these things, even though I'm not always involved in the editing side of it, which is followed by the show promising to be 100% transparent going into the future. To cover themselves, the second season opened with a disclaimer. However, it's not like this did anything to convince viewers of the show's authenticity. If I had to choose one person to be stranded on a desert island with, it would be Bear Grylls. That way he would have his crew with him, and they'll probably pay for us to stay in a nice hotel or something, which became even worse after the show was exposed for a different stunt. During the episode in the African savannah, Grylls is shown squeezing water out of elephant dung, which by itself didn't seem all that troublesome. However, when Canadian survival expert Les Stroud, host of the show Survivor Man, responded to the episode in a Reddit AMA, he debunked the strategy by stating, many of the actual survival skills taught are bogus. It's not possible to squeeze drinkable water out of elephant dung.
No?
Well, it is if your cameraman has soaked it with bottled water.
No way.
I would even go so far as to say that some of the skills, if followed and attempted in a real survival situation, could result in worsening the situation.
They're getting people killed out here.
Alongside a few instances of Les Stroud dissing Man vs. Wild for its lack of authenticity.
I was wondering if you've ever had the opportunity to meet Bear Grylls. I haven't, because I'm out overnight and there's nobody else out there.
What are your thoughts on Bear Grylls?
The laugh. That tells you all you need to know.
A lot of fresh water around here. It's a good thing too. Otherwise, I'd be reduced to probably having to drink my own pee. Yeah, right.
When you start asking somebody what they think about something and they respond by laughing, I promise you.
YouTube videos
you don't
want to
hear what comes next.
Websites dedicated to the poor advice that Bear Grylls is given, with many stating
Throw
that this
your food at a bear!
fakery, while others have made the point that Grylls was simply showing survival techniques, and it therefore didn't matter if the shots were set up or not. It's a show to teach you how to survive certain scenarios.
And yet it failed at that.
Every survival stunt to be real every single episode would be both dangerous and illogical.
Bear Grylls apologist.
Teaches survival techniques. It's obviously irrelevant if he's really facing those perils or not.
Holy, I didn't know Bear Grylls shills existed.
He was teaching people how to survive if they were in that situation, as if he's not risking his life for a freaking TV show. Whether or not setting up the shots
Their fucking username is Pumpkin Spice Love. These are women! There are other white women among us! Fucking acting out!
He's not risking his life for a freaking TV show. Whether or not setting up the shots constitutes fakery is up for debate. However, a YouTuber by the name of Lo the Show seems convinced that even when set up, a different Bear Grylls stunt is completely impossible. Eating a snake.
Ew. 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 No!
Not possible.
Although in other episodes, Bear Grylls has shown himself eating snakes in their entirety, so I wouldn't call the video by Lo the Show all that much of a debunk. However, if we want slightly better evidence, we have to look at a video posted by Justin Wallace titled Climb a Cringe Bear Grylls
Don't eat snakes, don't eat snakes, don't eat snakes, don't eat snakes. You're not supposed to, don't do it.
Spends the video criticizing an advertisement in which Bear Grylls is climbing a difficult route in Utah. Grylls is shown to be using all the wrong gear.
Guess we're using
snakes are yummy though. Stop it!
Which you don't really do, especially when you're trad climbing in Moab, because it just kinks up your rope. Sorry, bud, but a single wire gate on your harness isn't gonna do much for you.
Is this true?
All the wrong knots.
What the hell not is that? Kind of looks like a bowline, but
What the hell knot is
really.
that?
And even climbing the wall incorrectly.
I don't even see his last piece. He's like 40 feet run out right there. You're gonna die, man. Oh, and there's so many good placements too. What is he doing? There's no way he is holding his body weight with that one hand.
People who do genuine, like, mountain climbing, like, for real, are insane. Like, those people are just insane. They're adrenaline junkies, and they risk their lives, and they feel good doing it, and they're crazy.
In that crack right there. And his 2 feet are just sticking out on nothing. His crew is definitely pulling his fat ass up there on a 3-to-1. There's no way he's climbing that.
The original rock climbing video has a dislike ratio of almost 75% and features comments such as, "Gotta give him credit for really committing to the BS. Interesting skills he has in climbing. This is just ridiculous. Wow, it could be impressive if it was not fake. As a climber, it's obvious that the heli dropped him at the top and he made some shots from down. I used to like him, disappointing. You could make the argument that Grills gets
even
a
the
pass
laymen are
given it was
figuring it
filmed for
out.
an advertisement, but does he get a pass for an article titled Bear Grylls Show Accused of Fakery Again? After
Again?
the island's ordinary men
How could they do it
exposed as
again?
professionals. According to the article, the island by Bear Grylls introduced what was supposed to be 13 ordinary men are about to be abandoned on a Pacific
600
island
men.
with just the clothes they stand up in and a few tools. But there was no mention that Rupert Smith had worked in war zones and extreme environments, including alongside Grylls as director of Channel 4's Escape to the Legion. Similarly, there was no introduction to cameraman Dan Etheridge, who also worked with Grylls on Discovery Channel's Man vs. Wild. Kif McManus, a sound recordist with 10 years experience in some of the world's most dangerous places, also failed to get a mention. The article also revealed that 2 caiman crocodiles had been manually released onto the island.
Wait, that looks fake
and
as
that
hell.
the rare source of fresh drinking water found by those on the show was actually a rubber-lined pool set up by the production crew.
A pool?
Channel 4 responded to the featuring of trained professionals by stating, "It clearly states in the program voiceover that trained crew are part of the experiment."
Well, Chatty, wait. I feel like I'm learning something. Is it a male fantasy to, like, be stranded on an island and be, like, super cool and masculine and survive and, like, use your mental tools to survive the wilderness? Yes? That's terrifying to me. This is, like, terrifying to me. Like, the whole idea of doing that is scary.
Living under the exact same conditions as the other men. Like all of the men on the island, their professions are captioned on screen and their backgrounds are discussed. Biographies are also on the Channel 4 website, before going on to address the crocodiles
My
and
fantasy is to be
drinking
left
water by
alone on an
stating,
island with
"We had
you,
to ensure
alone,
the island's
face."
only water supply, a muddy pool, would last through filming in the dry season."
But Chatty, you're still gonna have to do all the legwork because I promise you, I will be worse than useless alone on an island. I'll be complaining. I will be such a fucking princess. I'll be like, "It's hot on here. I don't have any sunscreen. I'm gonna burn up. I'm sweating. I want to take a shower. I feel so nasty and gross. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, my tummy hurts. I don't think my tummy can handle this coconut juice straight from the tap."
And that there was enough
I'd be
native
very
animals
annoying.
and native vegetation that could sustain the men for 28 days, as long as they had the ingenuity to find it, catch it, and kill it, which you have to admit is a pretty decent statement.
And first of all, what a way to end the video. Why does the video end like this? There was no conclusion. This is just, he just ended it. He was like, I'm done writing this video. I'm done doing this video. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. There it goes. Yeah, that's the end. That's fucking it. I mean, they can't fucking get people killed on TV shows, I'm guessing. There's probably some type of rule against that. So my guess is that they couldn't just send them on an island that didn't have what they needed to survive, so they had to provide that in some way. I wouldn't be too angry about that in particular. I don't know, man. We'll skip this one for now. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, this is the Spider-Verse. This is Spider-Verse. He's got Sailor Moon music. Spider-Man! Oh my god. Okay, but Spider-Man in Tokyo would go kind of hard though. Spider Kankaku. it looks kind of cute though. Huh. Huh. Oh my god. He's such a deep voice Spider-Man. He's so elegant when he crawls. Dang, this goes kind of hard. I need a full-length TV series. I love it when the enemies wait for Spider-Man to be ready for them. Spider String! Holy sex, what the hell? That editing's crazy. Oh my god, wait, he's a Power Ranger. I get it now. He shot a rope at his ass. You may not like it, but this is what the peak male looks like. No, get up, Spider-Man! No, get up! Spider-Man! Oh, get up! Misaru! Oh, the editing is peak. Who the hell said that this Spider-Man doesn't have a sense of humor? This is the funniest Spider-Man. Gundam? Wow. Is this even Spider-Man anymore? Fucking obliterate him.
スパイダーマンレオパルド鉄十字団の最大の敵が出現したどんとこい鉄十字団俺は戦うぞ命ある限り
命ある限り
モンスター教授をリーダーとする鉄十字団との熾烈な戦いの幕が切って落とされたのだ負けるなスパイダーマン
負けるなスパイダーマン Wow. Wow. Pure cinema. Pure fucking cinema. That's peak. That's peak. I'm happy again. Wait. Sussy Lucy. Guys, this is my my awkward face that I shared with you guys so you could do whatever you wanted with it. Chatty, who is this mom person? Sounds like it could be a woman. Spaceman Monster, that was a movie? It felt like a movie. It was pure cinema to me. Who is this mom of yours? Those eyes are beautiful though. Oh my god, thank you! Chatty, you have too much risk! Okay, so somebody put this clip in here, and I like how dented her head is. That's nice. Okay, what is this?
I want a crack beer. By the way, I brought you a case of beer. My brother-in-law works at a brewery. Knock one back before you hit the sack.
The
It'll
sack.
make you real sleepy. If you ever feel like you've had enough conversation for one night, drink a beer and relax. Guys, I think I'm gonna drink a beer right now.
And then end stream.
What do we say?
Power move. When you're done streaming, just drink a beer and then fucking press stop stream.
And then when I'm done drinking it, I'm gonna throw the empty bottle and crack it on Lucy's head.
What a bitch!
Yeah?
I didn't even do anything!
How do we feel about that?
I didn't even do anything!
What do we say?
I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything wrong. I didn't even do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Like actually, I did nothing wrong. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't do anything. I Anyway, so there's Satan and then there's Shockwave. I have no clue what this video is about. Literally not even the first fucking idea. So this better be good.
This is a list of just some of the things that Shockwave's done. I knew he was bad, but damn.
But damn. He's worse than Satan, apparently.
To Shockwave.
Stellar Inquisition, welcome. Shockwave is epic. What'd he do? What'd he do wrong?
More than a servant of Megatron, Shockwave sees his lack of emotions and empathy as a strength more than anything else.
Oh my god, he's one of those types.
To look across the continuities and ask whether Shockwave is the most evil Transformer ever. He created some of the most notorious, he trained some of the most sadistic, he time traveled to rewrite Cybertronian history and religion, he turned a Titan into a monstrous undead Titan. He set up his own vacation resort in the Caribbean. He's tried to destroy Earth on many an occasion. And of course, he tried to snuff out the whole entire universe.
No shot.
You know, palm trees and stuff. His list of evil deeds is long, so let's get stuck right in. But before we do, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because I might do similar vids for Flame and, I don't know, Tarn. Let's see how it goes. So when you see Shockwave getting stuck in gun mode and then shoved down blasted out like someone plugged a dolphin's blowhole with a banana, it might be hard to imagine Shockwave being all that evil, but just wait. Let's start with Transformers Prime. As Megatron's second in command, who was left behind to watch over Cybertron in Megatron's absence, during which time—
Who the fuck in the community is trying to make me Transformer pilled? Genuinely, who's trying to get me on the Transformer pill? Because I've never seen a Transformers movie, and you sent me this fucking video.
He managed to reverse engineer space bridge tech with what must have been very, very limited resources. So this guy is not just a fearsome warrior, he's a genius scientist, and he's a
those people are usually evil.
Tactician who eventually clones the savagely powerful Predator King and unleashes him on the Autobots.
Autobots, roll out! That's what I know about Transformers.
In the Marvel Comics
It's obvious they're comparing you to Shockwave. That's bullshit. I'm not a genius.
He was commanding the ship that shot down the Transformers Ark and became stuck in tar after a confrontation with the Dinobots. He gained leadership when Megatron consumed Poison Energon. He killed a bunch of weakened Autobots and strung up their bodies, literally ripping this guy in half. And he decapitated Optimus Prime.
Damn, not Optimus Prime!
On the Club Con plot, which was, get this, running a holiday resort on a tropical island, which was actually a Decepticon war cruiser in disguise. He was going to use this base to drain energy from the Earth's ocean or something. I don't know. You know, it was fun while it lasted.
Do I need to know about the Transformers to understand this video?
Also in the Transformers Creo stop motion animation, where he was a judge in a dance competition.
Please say dance off, please say dance off.
And he was pretty biased, like he scored Starscream really highly when he clearly sucked, and scored B really low. He was
now that's unforgivable. That's unforgivable.
Like in many continuities, he invented space bridge tech. So of course the plan to bring Cybertron to Earth, resulting in wild weather patterns across the globe, was ultimately his doing. So climate change is ultimately his fault too. The first time we saw
climate change. Is that how British people say climate change? You're joking, right? Climate change?
Back from the past. And also he tried to blast the aerial bots back to a time before there was even a galaxy.
They're so naive.
And he commanded the Decepticons in their attack against Unicron. Interestingly enough, his death was written into the original Transformers the movie script, but it didn't make the cut of the movie.
Damn, when you're not important enough to die on screen.
As being killed by Unicron, being caught in the blast of Unicron's I-beams, which is why he wasn't in Season 3 and Season 4 of the Gen 1 series. In Transformers Energon, he was as big a threat to the Decepticons.
What's wrong with climate change? I hate change. I'm autistic. That's what's wrong with it.
That he wanted to overthrow Megatron in what was a more brash and arrogant take on the character called Shock Blast. This guy shot an Autobot called Padlock in the back and later tried to get control of Unicron, which backfired and ended up with Unicron controlling him, and he went on a rampage before being crushed like a bug by the Chaos Dealer. Yeah, this was a pretty different version of the character and wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. In Cyberverse,
this is sapping me.
A pair of magnetic disruptors to cleanse the Earth of
this is making me comatose in the sense that like I am losing all thoughts.
A planet smasher on the moon. Then planned to use rockets to push the moon into Earth, destroying it, again allowing them
Have you absorbed any of it?
like turn to dust when they're exposed to
Uh-huh.
sunlight. Yeah. Well, these ones sparkle like beautiful little diamonds.
Yeah,
Okay, what
this is
about
the skin of a
mirrors? Do they,
killer,
show up in
Bella.
mirrors? Yep, these ones certainly do, sir. They seem to be quite amused by them in certain instances as well. Okay, do they do like the basic vampire thing of?
Chatty, this actor always looks like he smells bad to me. Do you see it? Like, to me, he looks like he smells really, really bad. And every time I see him on screen, I have like a phantom scent in my nose.
Certain instances as well. Okay, do they do like the basic vampire thing of sucking blood out of people? No, these ones try not to. They call themselves
Yeah, they're vegetarians.
Oh, okay. Most of them go to high school. I gotta say,
Yeah, that's normal.
Well, the books have sold millions of copies to brand loyal.
I love
preteens
this
with disposable
concept.
income. Okay, I gotta say, I'm loving this concept so far. I thought you might. So what happens with these sparkly bad boys? Well, the movie's gonna follow this girl, Bella Swan. Oh, and what's she like? What do you mean? Like, what's her character? What's her
What?
personality?
I'm not
no,
understanding.
That doesn't apply here. What? Yeah, no, she's just as plain as can be, so the girls in the audience can just transpose their personalities onto her. Oh.
Men realize that women also have self-insert fantasies. Many such cases. We are literally just the same people, just gender swapped.
Okay, yeah, that's smart. Yeah, so she's just the blankest slate you can imagine. Aren't the other characters gonna find her boring, though? No, they're all gonna freak out when she walks into a room like she's the greatest thing ever. Oh, they are? Yeah, like at the beginning of the movie,
It's just like my
she's starting at a new
animes.
school, and all the guys are all over her, and all the girls are like, oh my god, hi. Wow, 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 wow. So anyway, then she's gonna find out about this family called...
No. It's very realistic. The girls secretly hate her.
The Cullens that go to her high school, and they're all secretly vampires. Do they look like they're of high school age? No, they're all clearly in their 20s. So why go to high school? To blend in. Do they blend in? No, they don't. Like, it'd be
They
better
really
for vampires
don't.
to not go to high school. What if a student gets a paper cut? Well, then it would be over for sure. Right, so why do they go to high school? Because that's where the main character spends her time, and I need them to interact.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's
They
all you
gotta
have
have
to
a
say.
meet
Anyway,
cute
Bella
at
develops
chemistry
this
class.
romantic thing with one of the vampires, this guy Edward Cullen. How does that start? Well, she walks into class, and he looks like he's about to vomit, so that... you know, really kicks things off. Oh, romantic puking is tight. Yeah, so then he's like super rude to her, and he stares at her like he pooped his pants, and he's trying to see if she noticed. Undeniably.
Daddy, is that pooped my
to
pants
her, and
face
he
to
stares at
you?
her like he
Is this I just shit my... Press 1 if this is I just shit myself face. Press 2 if a man is just being unkind. He's just being non-friendly.
pooped his pants, and he's trying to see if she noticed. Undeniably romantic. It is, so obviously they fall deeply in love with each other.
see
Because
it
of the
now.
poop stares and the meanness. Yeah, and also he saves her from being pancaked by a van and then gaslights her about it never
Yeah!
happening. So does she
Dude,
find out that
that's
he's
the best scene. That's the best fucking scene. The best scene is when, like, he stops the car from crashing into her and they're in the hospital together and she's like, I saw you. You stopped the car. And he's literally like, you're seeing things. You sound crazy. Like, you sound like crazy. Are you alright? Did you hit your head? Because you sound insane. I just love the gaslighting.
vampire. Yeah, eventually she figures it out. How does she do that? She Googles it. Oh, characters learning stuff via search engines. That's one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah,
it's
it's very,
for sure.
yeah,
So then
very
she
entertaining.
confronts him about it. She's like, yeah, I know you're a vampire. And what does he say? Well, he's like, you shouldn't love me, Bella. I'm like 100
I'm a
years old.
killer.
I've killed people. Oh my god, he's 100? Yeah, he's 100 years old. And he's like, I've been watching you sleep
Hydration.
every night for months. I, a very old man, have been breaking into your room and watching you sleep. So she realizes how horrifying this is and distances herself. No, she goes with
No,
the
she
exact
monsoons.
opposite of that. Oh, really? Yeah, she's like a bull. She just sees a red flag and runs at it.
Lazy competitor, thank you for the 14 months. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean, okay? You have the guys who say things like, I want mentally ill waifu. I love my mentally ill wife, Lucy Pyre. And they're crazy because they don't know what it's really like. They don't know what it's really like. But also you have women who are like, I love my mentally ill husbando vampire, Edward Cullen. He stalks me. He's literally way above my age. He's grooming me as we speak. And also he says that he wants to literally drink my blood and fantasizes about killing me. But I love him. I love him for who he is. Ashberry, thank you for the 5 months.
Sure sounds that way. Yeah, so then they're officially
And
dating,
Speedball,
so
thanks
they
for the
start to
sub.
do like
Welcome. Hi.
romantic stuff. What kind of stuff are we talking? Well, he gives her some piggyback rides. They climb some
That's
trees.
romantic.
Just vampire stuff. Wow. There's also this guy Jacob, right? And he's not
Chatty, if you gave me a little piggyback ride and you climbed up a tree, I would, you know, that's it. We're just signing the papers right then and there.
gonna do much in this movie, but in the next one, he's gonna be a werewolf. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and there's gonna be a love triangle, because this guy has visible abs, so that automatically makes him a love interest. Very cool, and if we're lucky, fans will, like, take sides, you know, some
Male
will be
with
Team Edward,
abs!
some will be Team Jacob.
Wow!
My thoughts exactly, sir. There's gonna be a huge debate over which one of these two monsters
I'm gonna be real, I never gave a fuck fuck about Jacob. Not for a second. Always hated that guy.
To hook up with a teenage girl. Wow, now that you phrase it like that, I hate it to my very core. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. But anyway, eventually it's gonna turn out that he was never in love with her. He was just kind of like in love with her unborn child.
She's the worst. She's so fucking bad.
Like, oh, I am vibing with that fetus. That's my girl right there. Oh my god. So anyway, back to this movie. Bella's gonna get to know Edward's family and go play vampire baseball. I'm sorry, I thought you said
Vampire baseball is cool. I stand by that. No, it's not. It's cool as shit. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Baseball with vampires.
I will let you shit on anything about Twilight. You can say Bella's boring. She is. You can say Edward's annoying. He is. You can say that the plot is stupid. It is. But vampire baseball is cool as shit. And I will not fucking give any fucking leeway on this point. I give you no ground. It is cool.
Correctly. Okay, carry on. Yeah, so they do that for a bit, but then because something should probably happen in this thing.
Okay, but the shooting is kind of cringe. But like the concept. Okay, guys, the concept.
James becomes obsessed with Bella like right away.
Yeah, sports with superpowers is peak. Thank you.
So we find out that this James guy is like the deadliest vampire there is. He's gonna stop at nothing to get what he wants. Well, sounds like it's gonna be tough to stop him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they have like a little scuffle with him in a dance studio, and then his head pops.
They break his neck. They snap his neck.
They go to prom, and Bella's like, "Turn me into a vampire, you
Turn me
coward."
into a vampire.
Like, it's the first movie. I can't do that yet.
Vampirism. I just realized the vampirism in this movie and in these books it's symbolic. It's symbolic of sex. She's asking him to take her virginity, and he's like, "No, Bella. No, because once I sex you, you'll never be the same." Because get it? Because you have to remember, everything that Stephanie Meyer wrote was because she was Mormon. And to her, having sex, like, ruins a woman forever.
You definitely want to save that for later. Yeah, and then it just kind of ends. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like we're going to be able to manipulate teenage girls into giving us money, so I'm happy. Great.
Based!
I kind of feel bad for whoever we end up casting as Edward Cullen. Yeah, it is going to be tough to book any badass movie roles after being known as the sparkly vampire dude. So,
Batman.
you have a Twilight sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. This one's gonna be called New Moon, and it's
So you are the one unruined woman, Lucy? Are you implying that I am the only virgin female who exists?
With a shot of a moon. Oh, everything's
I'll have you know there are many of
off to
us.
a good start. Yeah, so in this movie, Bella's gonna start
Our numbers are
being scared
massive.
about growing older while Edward stays the same age. All right. But then Edward's like, you know, Bella, technically I'm 109. Oh, right, yeah. And jokingly, she's like, well, maybe I shouldn't be dating such an old man, you know, it's gross. So, you know, that's gonna be a funny little moment.
Yeah, haha, good thing she's just joking and she doesn't really mean it, am I right? Okay, but consider this. Consider this. Isn't Bella also kind of weird for, like, wanting to be with a guy who's 17 forever? I just want you to know, she's 18, guys. She's 18. I don't know what the laws are in Washington. I don't know if they have the Romeo and Juliet law. I'm just saying, Bella's kind of a weirdo. Bella's kind of a weirdo.
Oh, that's absolutely correct, though. Anyway, then in class, they're going to be talking about Romeo and Juliet, and Edward's going to be like, the only way for a vampire to kill himself is to go in front of this committee in Italy. Oh, I wonder if that completely unnatural thing to say is going to...
God, that is so fucking annoying. Imagine being a vampire and you're like, I'm done with this shit, and you have to fly to Italy?
Come into play later in the movie. It is actually. Oh my god, what? I'm a writer. Wow, I guess you kinda are. And so later the Cullens are gonna have a birthday party for Bella, and she's gonna get a paper cut on some wrapping paper.
I cut
so
myself.
Dripping
Oh no,
blood. Not really
my
paper cuts
blood.
usually play out. Well, this one's gonna frickin'
I don't give a fuck, okay? I know it's cliche. I know the scene where somebody gets a cut around a vampire and then the vampire starts tweaking. I know that's a cliche. I don't give a fuck. Isn't it hot? Isn't it hot, Chatty? Is this not sexy to you? Imagine Chatty getting a little cut and then I'm like, oh Chatty, I can't control myself. I need it now. I need it now.
So Jasper, he's just gonna go nuts. Uh-oh. Yeah, so you know Edward
Yeah,
has to
Jasper
step in
tweaked.
and protect her. How does he do that? Well, he's gonna push Jasper away, but not before hurling Bella across the room into the wall and making her bleed even more. Oh wow, probably didn't need to shove her. That part seemed unnecessary. You probably could have just done the pushing Jasper part, but he's gonna go ahead and injure Bella too. Well,
Okay, I'm gonna defend bro on this subject, okay, bro? Let me defend him on this subject. No, hear me out, okay? The whole reason The whole reason, well, other than Edward, you know, being Mormon and whatnot, and being like, it's not good for God if I sex you before marriage, he's also worried about if he sexes her too hard, she's gonna die. Because the vampires are like 5 billion times stronger, and they automatically just have more strength behind everything they do. So what happened here is that he probably roided out, and he was trying to push her out of the way, but then he like fucking yeeted her ass across the room, and then she like fucking got 5 billion injuries, and he almost killed her. And then he was like, no, I can't be trusted around women. I must leave for own good.
That it's too dangerous for them to be dating, you know? If he really wants to protect her, he has to break up with her. Oh,
Yeah,
sad.
so
That
true,
brings
so
her to
true.
this forest where hikers keep getting violently killed and breaks up with her and leaves. He leaves her alone in the death forest so she'll be safe. That's right, yeah, and so she gets
Can't be
lost and
thrusted, fuck
collapses, and
you.
a shirtless guy picks her up. Wow, off to a
That does
terrible
happen
start to that I
sometimes.
Gotta Protect Bella project. Yeah, so she's gonna be so sad. She's basically gonna be comatose and expressionless. More than usual? More than usual, yeah. She's basically gonna be in a sadness coma and sit in a chair for 3 months. I guess that'll be fun to watch.
That was her whole
It might
life.
be. And so anyway, one
Teenager
day she
goes through
realizes that
breakup.
when she does
Many such
reckless
cases.
things, she gets visions of Edward, so she decides she's gonna do that kind of thing from now on. Feels like maybe there are deeper mental issues going on there. Probably. So anyway, she's gonna start fixing up this old motorcycle
No
with
therapy
Jacob.
ever.
He has muscles now, so he has value as a human
He
being.
cut his hair and now he has muscles? Now Bella knows he exists.
And can be a love interest. Oh, he's worth something now. That's nice. Yeah, we're
Okay, I shit on Jacob because he sucks, but like also Bella sucks. She's just like a complete piece of shit. Everyone in this entire series is a complete piece of shit. The only people who aren't pieces of shit is like Edward's dad figure. That's the only guy who's not a total piece of shit.
We're gonna have this little montage of them working on the bike together. She orders a pizza and throws a slice at him, and we're gonna transition into him catching a tool. What? Why would we? Well, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
why
cool
would we do
transition.
that?
Right, but it involves her whipping a slice of pizza across the room. Who does that? I don't know, but it's gonna be a cool transition. Well, okay then. Anyway, then she finally takes the bike out.
What,
and
have you
has, like,
never
5
tossed
visions
a
of Edward
slice?
and immediately crashes and bashes
Before?
her head on a rock.
Chatty
Oh, she's
loves it when I
absolutely the
toss
worst.
pizza
And then
slices
Jacob
at
pops
them.
his shirt off to help, you know, like a normal person. Sure. And then he shows her all his abs and rubs
My
her open wound with a dirty, sweaty t-shirt. Very romantic and probably infected. Yeah, so they start getting closer and closer, but Jacob has a secret. Oh, he does? Yeah, he's like, Bella,
He's
have
a
you ever
wolf.
had a secret that you couldn't tell anyone? That's how all secrets work. It is, yeah. So what is it? Well, let's just say he spends a whole lot of time in the woods with very muscular, shirtless dudes. Oh, I
For the
see
redeem.
exactly what's going on. Yeah, he's a werewolf. Oh, he is. Okay, I was way off. Yeah, werewolves rarely wear shirts. It's the werewolf
got that
way, 'cause
dog
when
in
they
him.
transform, you know, their clothing, it gets torn to shreds. Well, what about their pants? Well, sir, unless you want to talk about the technicalities of werewolf junk, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about pants. Oh, okay, let me get on
I
that
agree.
thing. Anyway, so also that red-headed vampire Victoria from the first movie
She kinda
is
hot,
hovering
though. She
around,
kinda
and
hot,
she wants
though.
to kill Bella because her boyfriend James was killed
Chatty, am I crazy? She kinda hot though. Walk through, dude. Thank you for the 40
in
months.
the first movie. Oh, right, yeah, okay. But
Hi,
Jacob
Dre.
and his werewolf buddies keep chasing her away, and she dives off a cliff to
Oh.
escape. Oh, werewolves can't jump off cliffs, huh? Actually, that's the one activity we've established that they love to do. Oh, so why? But anyway, at the exact same time, Bella decides to jump off a cliff too. What? Why would she? I don't know. But anyway, now she's in the water at the same time as Victoria, so you know it's pretty dangerous. Well.
There's some people who will say there's no such thing as a woman leading you on. The woman didn't lead you on. You just wanted to have sex with her. That's why you thought she was leading you on. No, Bella does nothing but lead Jacob on. That's all she does. That's all she fucking does in this entire book. She is the quintessential example of a woman leading a man on and using him to get over a man that she never wanted or intended to get over.
Oh, so what does
She's
she do?
awful.
She
I hate her.
bashes
And
own
I
head on
hate
a rock
Jacob
and
too.
passes out and
I
has to
hate
be
them both.
rescued. Oh, that is very on brand for her, but how come Victoria doesn't kill her while she's unconscious? I don't know. Fair enough. So anyway, then Alice shows up because she had a vision of Bella jumping off a cliff like an idiot and thought she was dead.
Yeah, she was
And then
kinda
Edward
late to
calls
that
Bella's
party.
house, but Jacob picks up the phone. Who answers somebody else's phone? Characters that need to create misunderstandings to drive the plot forward.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and because somebody died earlier in the movie, Jacob tells Edward that Bella's father is arranging a funeral. And then he hangs up the phone. Oh, so Edward
And
thinks
he did that shit on purpose, and you know it. He did that shit on purpose, and you fucking know it. It is definitely on purpose. Like, Jacob is an asshole. He's just like, hey, you know, yeah, Bella's dad is arranging a funeral. Bye, bro. Bye, little bro. Bye, little bro. And then he fucking hung up, and he knew what he was doing.
Bella is dead. He does, and now he wants to die too. Oh, it's like Romeo and Juliet.
It really is.
You know,
oh my
just
god.
awful. What? So what does Edward do? Well, he goes to this vampire committee called the Volturi, and he's like, hey, please kill me. I'd like to die. And they're like, no. Oh, very mean of them. Or nice, I can't tell. Unclear. So now Edward has to find a way to make them kill him. Well, so what does he do? Well, his plan is to take off his clothes in a public place, because apparently if people see a sparkly
Chatty, when I tell you, and this is, okay, this is shameful, right, this right here, this right here had every 30-plus-year-old woman in the theater screaming. There are probably still clips of the theater reactions to this shit, and I'm laughing.
If people see a sparkly shirtless dude, they'll assume he's a vampire. Oh, exposing yourself in front of a crowd is tight. Have you done that? Yep, my hearing is next week. I'm pleading non guilty.
Did you scream? No!
Well, okay then. Anyway, so Bella manages to get there in time and stop him. Wow. And he's like, you know, Bella, when I said I was leaving, you let me go, so you must not love me. Oh, that's a textbook manipulation and abuse tactic. Their relationship is very unhealthy. Yeah, so anyway, now the Volturi have changed their mind and they do want to kill him. Uh-oh. Yeah, they want to kill Bella too, 'cause she knows too
not
much.
now.
It's gonna be tough to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because as they're killing Edward, Bella's like, no, kill me instead. And, that convinces them to let them all go. I thought they were gonna kill her too. Yeah, I don't know. Well,
yeah.
Okay. So then the Cullen family, they all agree
it's
to turn
so
Bella
stupid.
into a
This fucking
vampire.
series is so
Very cool.
stupid.
And then we're gonna have this huge moment where Edward is like, okay, well, before we turn you into a vampire, you gotta do something for me. What is it? He's like, marry me. And then she gasps and we cut to black. Oh, yeah, we get out of there on that shocking reveal. You know, I feel like agreeing to transform her into an immortal vampire is slightly bigger than a marriage proposal. Yeah, but this is like a cliffhanger. Is she gonna say yes? Well, she's already agreed to be a vampire with him forever. That's not even a question. Well, we're gonna cut to black. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like something the fans are gonna like a lot, and hopefully the actors like it just as much. Oh, for sure.
Robert Pattinson totally wait, hold on.
Actors like it just as much. Oh, for sure.
Robert Pattinson totally roasted Twilight in the DVD commentary. He hated it. He hated this fucking, he hated Edward. He hated it so much.
Yes, sir, I do. And this one's gonna be called Eclipse. Oh, sounds like a weird name for a movie. That's not something any rational person would stare at. Well, it's the name of the third book, sir. Our hands are tied. Oh, yeah, who did this? I don't know. I don't have any suspects at the moment, unfortunately, sir. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we track them down soon. So anyway, at the end of the last...
Chatty, listen. You may call him based for this, but think about it this way. Imagine that there was a voice actress for an anime girl who was part of a harem. She was part of a harem, alright? Imagine that, and she's a voice actress for that. And then the only thing she ever talks about is how much she hates the series and how much she hates her job and how stupid it is and how stupid her character is and how she acts like nothing but a bimbo and she's just a bitch and how it would never be like that in real life. Wouldn't you hate that? Wouldn't you be like, fuck you, bitch! It's my fucking dissociative content and I can enjoy it! Okay? Fuck you!
Any suspects at the moment, unfortunately, sir. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we track them down soon. So anyway, at the end of the last movie, Edward proposed to Bella, right? That's right, sir. And in this movie, he's gonna do that again. What? Did she say no? She says no, sir, and she keeps saying no, because a lot of marriages end in divorce, It's a big commitment. But her main motivation is to be an immortal vampire with him forever, for eternity. That's right, sir. Oh, I feel like that doesn't make any sense. How is this even a conflict? Listen, sir, the story had to be stretched out for money purposes, right? So I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about manufactured, meaningless conflict. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. I do like money purposes. They're the only purposes that matter,
She wants to be a
Also, in this
vampire
movie,
but won't say
Jacob's
yes to marriage. Hoes gonna be hoes. Hoes are hoeing. I don't know what you want.
kind of fighting for Bella's love. He wants to be the one she chooses. But didn't the last movie end with him being like, okay, looks like Bella's with Edward now? Oh my god, that's so weird. Wow, what's going on? I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but it kind of feels like you're back on my back about manufactured conflict. Oh, I accidentally got back on that thing, didn't I? I apologize.
There's so much of
so anyway,
it.
in this movie, that red-headed vampire, Victoria, whose face is just...
I'm sorry, but like in the actual books, it's literally a nothing burger where nothing ever happens. Like the entirety of Breaking Dawn, she wrote that shit, and the whole thing is that it ends with, and then nothing happened. It was so bad, in fact, that the movies decided to change it, because that's how fucking nothing happening it was.
completely changed for some reason, is on her way to kill Bella because she's obsessed with her. Right, why is that again? Well, she's the main character. Right. So in Seattle, Victoria, she's working on building an army of newborns. Oh, going to war with babies.
How did this become a movie? Only 'cause horny? Man, women are horny. Women are horny. Women are so horny, bro. Women are horny as fuck. Have you not seen what women are doing on the internet when they think you're not looking? Have you not seen what women are doing with that love and deep space shit? Women are insanely horny.
Newborns isn't people that were just recently turned into vampires. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Alice has a vision that the army's moving towards them, and they're gonna be in Forks, Washington in 4 days. 4 days? Isn't that like a 4-hour drive? It is, yeah. Can vampires not drive? No, they can drive. I mean, even if they walk, that's a 2-day walk. I don't know what to tell you, sir. It's gonna take them 4 days. They're gonna come out of the
Why as a
water.
woman are you
Very
horny?
slow
Because I'm
vampires.
evil.
And so
I'm
since
sorry.
Jasper knows all about newborns, he's gonna lead a kind of training session. Which one was Jasper again? Well, he became a vampire during the Civil War, and he's the youngest of
Whoa,
the
whoa,
Cullen
whoa,
clan.
whoa, 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 whoa.
And we're gonna have some flashbacks to him during the Civil War. Do you think it matters that he wasn't at all
Whoa,
doing a
whoa.
Southern accent in the first 2 movies?
Whoa.
That's probably fine. Oh, okay, good.
Just don't
Any other
ask
side
Jasper
characters getting random flashbacks
what
in
he
this
was
thing?
doing
Actually,
during
I'm
the
glad you
Civil
brought
War
that up, 'cause
period.
Rosalie's
Just
gonna
don't
get
ask
one
him.
too. Which one?
Okay?
She again? Well, she's one of the vampires, sir. I'm almost sure of it. Nice. Anyway, she's telling Bella about how she didn't get to choose to become a vampire. Her life was absolutely perfect, and she didn't want to become one. Oh, absolutely perfect, huh? Those are strong words. What was her life like? Well, she was super in love with this guy.
I can't read this comment. I can't read this comment. What does it say?
With a bunch of his friends and left her to die. Oh my god. Just an absolutely perfect life, you know? That's not, that word doesn't mean that. Anyway, then she got turned into a vampire and killed all her assaulters one by one and saved her ex-boyfriend for last.
Kind of base though, okay? Is this not? She's so dramatic. She's such a diva though. Rosalie's a diva. She's like, and then I'm gonna dress up in a wedding dress and I'm gonna kill them all. Like honestly,
And killed him while wearing
she
a
loves
wedding
the
dress. Yeah, that
drama.
actually sounds a whole lot more interesting of a movie than the one we're making. Definitely. Do you think that's a bad sign? No, it's probably fine. Oh, okay, good. Oh, and Bella's also going to be told about some werewolf history. Oh yeah, what does she learn? Well, there was this big fight with the vampires, but this one lady, she saves the last spirit warrior of the tribe by
They are completely right. All of the lore and the background information on Twilight is way more interesting than the main plot. Like, I love how she just puts in these little things that are interesting concepts, and then she's like, and watch as I give it absolutely zero attention and never mention it again.
Vampire with her own blood. Oh, smart. Yeah, and so she dies because the way she got blood was to stab herself in the stomach for some reason. Oh, did she
So
not know that other
true.
parts of the body have blood in them too? I guess not.
They didn't know those things back then, okay? They didn't
Vampires
know.
are gonna get the werewolves to come train with them because everybody's coming together to protect Bella. So a bunch of humans in Seattle are dying, and a bunch of vampires and a bunch of werewolves are preparing to die. Yeah, and coming together despite a rivalry that spans centuries. Right, all of that, just for Bella. That's right. But so
Yeah, the power of
why?
woman.
Well, sir, like
It's
I
like
said,
Helen
she
and
is the main
Troy.
character. Oh, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, it's a life and death situation for a bunch of vampires and werewolves and innocent humans, all because Bella's on the movie poster. That is an important character trait. So anyway, then there's gonna be the big training scene with the vampires and the werewolves. A training scene, huh? What's that like? Well, the vampires push each other around for a couple of hours while the werewolves watch. And that's helpful for everybody?
They're cucked.
Apparently so. Well, great. Yeah, and then it's time for a fight.
The cuck
Very
wolves.
exciting. I can't wait to see the main characters in some action scenes. Oh, well, actually, the main characters, they're gonna go camping. What? Yeah, they want to get Bella away from the action, and so Jacob goes along to mask her scent, and also Edward's there. And they go camping.
My favorite thing about Twilight, anytime something action-oriented is about to happen, let's get Bella away from it so I don't have to write it. That bitch did not want to write a single action scene. She would have fucking died if she had to write another.
They do. They go to the top of a mountain, but you know what happens there? It gets cold. So as the side
No,
characters
not
are
the
battling
cold.
vampires, the main characters are gonna battle, hypothermia. They are, and since Edward is a cold vampire, Jacob's gonna have to cuddle with Bella to keep her
Literally
warm.
the cuck set. The cuck tent. The cuck tent scene. That is what this is. Actual cuck tent. Not a joke. And they even have like cuck dialogue from Edward here.
I'd sure like to see them fight a vampire army, though. Well, we're gonna have Jacob spoon Bella and
Wait,
make eye
wait,
contact
wait,
with
wait.
Edward, which is just as exciting as a vampire fight. Is it, though? So anyway, the next morning, Jacob finds out that Bella finally said yes to Edward's marriage proposal.
He's
so he's all
tweaking!
pissed. Oh, he is? Yeah, he doesn't want to take no for an answer. He's like, I know you love me, you just don't want to admit it. And that's romantic? It sure is, sir.
Yeah.
And he's like, maybe I'll go get myself killed in the fight if you don't choose me. Kind of feels like emotional manipulation. Actually, it's romance. If you
She's
say
used to
so.
that at
Then
this
she
point.
Kisses him, so he stays, and he just
What
leaves
the
anyway.
fuck?
You know, I can't help but feel like this is putting some weird messages out into the world.
I forgot that
messages
she
of
kissed
love.
him.
And then we're gonna show some snippets of the fight with the newborns, and then Victoria is gonna find Bella and Edward. Oh wow.
I can't believe Edward's literally a cuck. I can't. What if your girl like agreed to marry you, but the moment a guy threatens to basically himself if she doesn't like end up with him, then she caves and she starts kissing the guy. Yep, cuckword is real.
How'd she find them? Well, she could smell Edward, so she tracked them down pretty easily. They went through all
She
that
doesn't
trouble
have enough of a
masking Bella's
spine
scent,
to
but
become a
Edward's
wife.
scent was traceable the whole time. That's right, sir. Very dumb protagonists. And then it's time for our frickin' showdown with Victoria. Now, is it gonna be tough to beat her? We've built this showdown up for 3 movies. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Bella does the foreshadowy thing we shoved in everybody's faces earlier. And does Bella stab herself in the stomach like that lady did? No, she realizes that her arm also has blood in it, so she cuts that instead of her stomach.
Oh my
Very
god.
Smart. Yeah, so
that is
Victoria's
smart.
head just kind of comes off. Oh, yeah,
She's
just
so
kinda
much
comes
smarter
off.
than the
That's
other
all done.
girls.
That's all over with. Just pops right off. Okay, great. And then those evil Volturi vampires, they show up and they're like, guess what? We're gonna be in the next movie. Very ominous. Also, Jacob
Thank you.
breaks some bones, which doesn't really affect anything, and that's it. Wow, well, it sounds like it's gonna make money. Probably. Kind of makes me sad that there's only 1 book left to adapt. Yeah, I wish there was
Now
a way
let's
we
make
could
it 2
squeeze some extra
movies!
money out of it.
Hell yeah, brother!
So you have a Twilight movie
Hell
for me?
yeah,
Yes,
milk
sir,
that
I
fan
do.
base!
Amazing.
Milk
Final
that
book,
cow
final
till it
movie.
got
It's all
nothing
very
left.
Exciting. Well, actually, I thought we could squeeze 2 movies out of the final book. Really? Can we do that? Harry Potter did it. Yeah, that's true.
It is true. They do this for every single last
Is
book.
there enough content in the final Twilight book to make 2 movies? Not really, no. So why would we? Well, because of money. Oh, money. That's the thing.
'Cause
that
we're
I like.
bacas.
It sure is, sir. So what's gonna happen in part 1 of this thing? Not much. Oh, really? Yeah, basically Edward and Bella.
No, that's not true. The first Breaking Dawn is actually a horror movie because she's pregnant with like an insane monster that is literally killing her. And the whole birthing scene is actually horror. Like, it's the first time Twilight manages to be a bona fide horror movie.
Bella are gonna get married, so that's gonna take about 30-40 minutes. Oh, incredibly slow pace. Yeah. Is there any conflict or drama or anything like that? Not really, no. Well, at a certain point, Jacob is gonna come out of the woods as a surprise for
Birthing
Bella.
scene? Is
Why
this your
didn't he
first time
show up
hearing
to the
about
wedding
this?
Like a normal person. What a weirdo. Oh, you have no idea. He's gonna get real weird real soon.
It's described
Uh-oh.
so
Anyway,
crazy
Bella
in the
tells him
book.
that
It's
her
like
and
in her
Edward plan
back
on getting,
broke,
intimate
and she
before
collapsed
even
onto the
becomes a
floor,
vampire. And so
and a
Jacob
puddle of
gets really
blood
mad.
formed
Isn't
underneath
that
her.
incredibly dangerous? Doesn't that go against everything Edward's been saying about trying to protect Bella? Yeah, but we need something in this movie, so characters are just gonna kind of do stuff. And why can't they
It
just
does,
wait until
yeah.
after she's turned into a vampire? Well, because they need to go on their honeymoon, right? And she doesn't want to spend that time in pain turning into a vampire.
When I tell you the first 30 minutes of this book are about Bella being horny and wanting to have sex with Edward, but Edward not wanting to have sex with her because he's afraid his dick is going to kill her.
Well, people
I
can
mean
have
it.
their honeymoon whenever they want.
That's
It
what
doesn't
the
have to be
movie's about.
Immediately after the wedding. Well, we're gonna have it be immediately after the wedding, because otherwise there's literally no story here. Well, okay then. So anyway, they go to this private island, and the next 40 minutes is gonna be them on their honeymoon, just kind of, you know, being on a honeymoon. They play a lot of chess. Oh,
It's so
really,
fucking
really
boring.
stretching it thin here. Oh, so thin, sir. The thinnest. Wow. Anyway, so then Bella's gonna end up getting pregnant. What? Isn't Edward dead? He is, yeah. Aren't all his bodily fluids venom? They are venomous, yeah, for sure. It feels like that doesn't make sense. Well, we're gonna pretend like it makes sense, because otherwise there's literally no story here. All right, do what you gotta do, man.
So
anyway,
true.
then this baby inside Bella starts growing super fast, and it's killing her. I mean, she's wasting away. There's nothing but a skeleton left. Oh, very spooky. She has a skeleton.
See, it's a horror
inside of
movie.
her. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody does. Oh, can you imagine? Very spooky. Anyway, so it really seems like this baby's gonna kill Bella before it's even born, but then they give her some blood in a sippy straw.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
that
"Yum,
fixes
yum,
her.
yum."
Fixes
What?
her all
Also,
up.
the werewolves are mad now because they think this baby's gonna be a threat to them, so they want to kill it. Why would they?
Reasonable
think that? Well,
fear.
because vampires have a hard time controlling their thirst. Okay, they're aware that Bella's also gonna be turned into a vampire, right? They are, yeah, but that's different. How? Well, she's the main character. Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, so eventually Edward has to give Bella a C-section using his teeth for some reason, and he injects
Actual
her with
horror
his
movie.
venom, but it really looks like she's dead. Oh, bummer. And Jacob is so mad he decides to kill the baby, but as soon as he makes eye contact with it, he's like, oh.
Stop!
Yeah, he immediately
This is the worst
imprints on the
scene. This is
newborn.
the
He's
worst
like, "Oh,
scene.
are we
The
gonna
worst
kiss
fucking
right
scene.
now?" I don't like that.
I don't
worry,
like
sir, it's
that
not weird
either.
at all, because Jacob's gonna help raise the child before getting romantically involved with it.
That's definitely not weird. What's grooming?
I mean, you know that that's somehow worse, right? You know that. Okay, sir, but you have to remember. What? Money. Oh yeah, money.
Almost worse. It is worse.
Back into this. Okay, good. So the Wolfman will raise the baby and then sleep with it, and our teenage audience will pay to come watch that. Okay, keep going. Well, okay, so then Bella's gonna turn into a vampire, and then we cut to credits. Very exciting. And then as a mid-credit scene, we're gonna have the Volturi vampires be like, oh, we're gonna be in the next movie. Watch out.
We're aura farming. We won't do anything, but we're aura farming.
Great. So what happens in part 2? Well, Bella's a vampire now, and she's gonna run around the woods with Edward looking to hunt. How do you think we'll be able to improve those terrible running effects we've been doing? No need, sir.
And Bella's immediately OP when she becomes a vampire. She's like OP and she can like do arm wrestles with the strong guy in the family and she beats him because she's just so strong. She's just like the strongest ever.
People will have already paid for their tickets and it's the last movie. That's a good point. Why bother? Let's save some money. But then Bella's gonna smell a human.
The newborns are at their strongest ages and it's the stupidest thing. That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Oh, is that gonna be hard for her to do? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, she's able to repress those urges immediately. Didn't we say it takes most vampires decades to do that? We did, yeah, but she's the main character, so she's special. That makes sense. So
right?
She's gonna meet her baby for the first time, which I
the CGI baby disturbs me.
CGI. Yeah, sounds like that.
I hate it. I hate it.
A little bit. You know, there's definitely a risk of that, but I still think we should go ahead and just make this thing on
terrifying.
A computer, see what
terrifying.
Happens. Works for me. So anyway, then the Volturi are gonna get word that this baby exists, and they're gonna think that it's something called an immortal child. What's an immortal child? It's like a vampire baby that's really powerful. We're gonna be pretty vague about it, but they want it dead for sure. Is it?
I would want it dead.
No. So
like what the fuck is that?
Gather up a bunch of vampire friends, and all these people have different superpowers. Oh, they do? They do, yeah. There's one with the power of electricity. There's one with elemental control powers. This is just gonna straight up be an X-Men movie now, because there's not really anywhere else for the story to go. Oh, suddenly becoming X-Men is tight. So all these vampires come and train with the Cullens. And
every vampire other than the Cullens are cooler than the Cullens.
That's why Edward was never able to read her mind. But Alice was able to see her future, and Jasper was able to affect her mood. Please don't think about any of this too much. Oh, okay, my bad. So then there's gonna be this big showdown in the snow between the Volturi and the good vampires and some werewolves.
It's not real.
How does that go? Well, the main Volturi guy, he cuts Carlisle's head off. Oh, he does?
Oh my god, no way!
Breaks out, Jasper gets decapitated, a bunch of Volturi lose their heads too. One of the X-Men creates this big hole
Holy
in the earth,
shit, they killed off Carlisle, no way!
Did this movie just get good? And then Edward and Bella, they take down the main Volturi guy and they cut his head off too, and Bella goes to set it on fire. I think this movie just got good. And then it turns out it was all just a vision that Alice was showing the
way everyone in the theater was like, no fucking way when they saw that it was fake. It was hilarious.
What are we doing here, man? Money. Oh, right, money. Okay, yeah, no, I love it. Yeah. Didn't we say that Alice wasn't able to see visions with werewolves
no consequences ever.
Please don't think about this too much. Oh, right, I keep thinking about things. I need to not do that. Yeah, and so Bella and Edward live happily ever after.
You should know better than to
Jacob
think
gets
these
to hook
days.
Up with the child he helped raise. Money. And so what do you
money,
think?
money,
Well,
money,
I think
money,
the
money,
Twilight
money,
books
money,
have
money.
definitely spawned as many movies as they possibly can, and it's probably best if nothing else comes of them. I don't see how anything else could come of them, sir.
50 Shades of Grey started out as Twilight fanfiction.
Hi, it's Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch.
Listen, okay, now, here's the thing about that. Sometimes I think a series can be so bad it's good, because when something is so bad, it gives you content because it's that bad. Like, we just talked about a really bad series for like 40 minutes. That's how bad it was. It's so bad that it's good. It's so bad that it's content. And I think 50 Shades of Grey is one of those things. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one today. Let's see here. Lucy truly cares for us. Excuse me! My chatty said, no pickles in the burger. I will bring hell down onto this establishment if you do this again. Wait, is this a McDonald's? Oh my god, it's like the fast food video. I can't tell what anything is. I literally can't tell because there's not a logo in my face. Aw, chatty, I would never let them give you anything that you didn't order. I'd always protect you. I would, I swear, okay? Can humanity stop a planet-killing asteroid? 6-7, kid! There's a 6-7, kid? Okay. I want to watch this one. Can humanity stop a planet-killing asteroid? Why is this a question?
Starbirds is out now in early access. Find out more at
Yeah,
the end of this video.
ad. He said, I'm not putting it in the middle, I'm putting it right at the beginning.
A stadium-sized asteroid is going to hit Earth in 2
Why?
weeks. Even at this moderate size, a fireball brighter than the sun tears through the atmosphere at 60 times the speed of
Jesus
sound,
Christ.
and the destructive power of 4,000 Hiroshima bombs flattens cities, killing millions. This isn't science fiction. Many killer asteroids were only spotted at the last moment. In 2019,
No, is that the
asteroid
Duolingo
OK,
bird?
as big as a 30-story building, was discovered just one day before it grazed Earth closer than some of our satellites.
Having severe anxiety is like this. You know, some people have like health anxiety and they think that anytime they cough, they have cancer. And then some people have asteroid anxiety where they're like constantly checking to see if an asteroid is about to hit them at some point.
Last year, the even larger asteroid MK was spotted 13 days before it passed us closer than the Moon. If they'd have hit Earth, they would have unleashed the destructive power of 3,000 and 9,000 Hiroshima bombs.
God
Strangely
damn.
enough, humanity doesn't really have a plan for this. Scientists have devised all kinds of tricks to push dangerous asteroids away, painting it so sunlight will deflect it, landing thrusters to steer it, scorching it with lasers, or even crashing spacecraft into it.
Will this work?
But they all have a big problem. They're the equivalent of trying to deflect a cargo ship by throwing a bag of potatoes at it.
Really?
They do move the asteroid, but only by a tiny bit. With these methods, you need to act years or even decades in advance to make an asteroid miss the Earth. But very recently, scientists have developed a new, spectacular way to destroy killer asteroids that we could implement with today's
Oh my god, we're
technology.
preventing the
Let's see how
apocalypse.
this works with our 100-meter asteroid heading for Earth.
Is this real?
The secret weakness of asteroids.
What if this is like a
For
secret
long
conspiracy
time,
video
people imagined
that Chatty
asteroids
just
as
got me to
being
watch
gigantic stones
live?
made of rock and metal. But it turns out most of them aren't like that. They're more like bags of loosely packed gravel, heaps of pebbles, precious minerals, and dust barely held together, which means that instead of just nudging them, we can do something better: pulverize them. And the obvious choice is,
Show
of
me.
course, a nuke.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a Michael Bay movie. That's a butt plug!
Launch,
That's
aim
a
at
butt
our
plug!
deadly asteroid
And a big one at that! Holy...
Oh, the asteroid destroyed the nuke. Asteroids can approach Earth at 70,000 kilometers an hour, enough to cross the Atlantic in 5 minutes. No bomb we've ever made could survive such an impact. So if we go for a head-on collision, the asteroid will wreck the nuke before it even has a chance to explode. Okay, easy. Let's explode the bomb before it touches the asteroid.
Yeah.
Scientists have estimated the optimal distance, which for our 100-meter
I can't stop seeing it. I can't stop seeing it.
the surface. Launch, set the timer, and
Why are spaceships and like
the
missiles,
explosion
why
has
are
made
they
a
so
dramatic
penis
crater
pilled?
and nothing else. Unfortunately, in space there's no air to carry a shockwave, so most of the explosion's energy is lost. The rock will still hit us in 2 weeks, only a few kilometers to the left. Striking
Because it's
such a behemoth
aerodynamic.
with a nuke
Do you ever look down at your dick and you do like the helicopter thing with it and you're like, holy shit, this is so aerodynamic? Is this what goes through men's heads?
is like hitting our cargo ship with a washing machine instead of potatoes.
Every day?
Better, but still useless. Okay, let's go the movie route. Land someone on the asteroid, drill a hole, and bury a nuke inside to avoid all of these problems. And indeed, this is possible in theory, albeit suicidal in practice. Landing on any space body is a nightmare. Even on fairly big Mars, whose surface we know almost perfectly,
Whoa.
roughly 70% of our attempts have failed.
I didn't know this.
So imagine the chances of landing a crew and a nuclear bomb on a small and extremely fast
Nope.
asteroid discovered just 2 weeks in advance.
Definitely not.
Even if we succeeded, drilling in microgravity is painfully slow since there's no downward pull to help you.
You know, I still feel that this is more realistic than a lot of other things in life. It reminds me of the videos that people would make, the memes, the ones on TikTok where it's like me and the boys on the way to find the clitoris. And it's got like the nice adventure medieval music in the background and like packing gear and shit like that. Like I feel like this will come first, right?
So we'd need an agonizing amount of time that we don't have. So sadly, that's not the answer. We have to think less like Hollywood and more like a lumberjack. The smart way.
A noble
To
quest.
split a log, you don't hit it with a rock.
Start
You
digging
use
in your
axe,
asteroid,
a dense
twin.
and
Shut up.
perfectly shaped tool designed to break things apart. And just in the same way, scientists have found a new tool to destroy asteroids. Super dense, ultra fast cosmic bullets. We won't even have to shoot them. Our cosmic bullets are called penetrators.
Of course they are! I'm not crazy! I'm not crazy! This is all sex! Everything is a metaphor for sex! Everything's about sex! It's all sex, 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 sex!
You just put the penetrators in the way of the asteroid to float silently in space. From the perspective of the asteroid, you would
Yeah, I do win this one. I win every single one. I'm never
You'd
wrong.
see them rushing at you at 70,000 kilometers an hour. It doesn't matter who stands still and who's fast. But this speed means that by far the longest part of this mission is to get to the asteroid in time. We can't destroy it too close to Earth because its fragments will slam into the atmosphere all at once with the power of thousands of nuclear bombs. Our atmosphere can absorb isolated chunks, but if thousands of them strike together, their shock
It's ogre, man. Why do I feel like that would make it worse?
So instead, we need to get it one day before impact, when the asteroid will be nearly 2 million kilometers away, more than 4 times further than the moon. A vast distance, but doable. Our current rockets can cover this in about a week. We'll just send one penetrator.
Holy, it's literally a
about 2 meters
penis.
long
That's a
and
penis.
weighing 2.5 tons.
And it lost the
Once
head.
our rocket
Oh my
arrives,
god, they
it puts
opened
the
up.
penetrator in place to cause maximum damage, and then we wait. A tiny speck of light appears in the vast distance, and then suddenly it's here, shooting at us faster than the speed of sound. We'll slow down time to see
I shoot
exactly
faster
what
than the speed of sound.
The asteroid crashes into the penetrator so fast and with so much violence that the power of
Holy
120
fuck.
metric tons of TNT is
It's
released
inserting!
into the
It's
asteroid.
inserting!
The rock vaporizes and the tungsten melts away, carving a wound that tunnels through the asteroid. The damage is too much.
Oh
and
my
with
god,
all
this
of
is just like
energy
Dragon Ball
looking for a
Z.
place to go, the asteroid is blasted into thousands of pieces. The debris spreads out into a diffuse cloud. A day later, the fragments hit Earth, dispersed over hundreds of thousands of square kilometers, and turning an apocalypse into a mostly harmless show of cosmic
That would be so
fireworks.
pretty, actually.
So if we prepare
That'd be
and
so
get
pretty,
everything ready,
actually.
spotting a killer asteroid with 2 weeks'
Let's
notice
do it now.
would be enough. But this was just a small asteroid. What if we face a cosmic mountain, a planet killer carrying the destructive power of tens of thousands of nuclear arsenals? The non-avian dinosaurs would tell you about it, but they're dead.
Yeah.
What if it is a planet killer? Planet killers are objects so vast and
Planet
powerful
killer.
that they would end most life on Earth in a single strike. The most dangerous ones are comets from the outer fringes of the solar system.
They're out there
so
right now?
distant and dark that tracking them is impossible. Comets are dirty ice balls the size of mountains, more fragile than pure rock, but also much faster and violent, traveling at around 140,000 kilometers per hour.
That's
In
fast.
2020, the comet Neowise, with the power of 6,000
Neowise.
times all the nuclear bombs on Earth, was discovered just 4 months before its closest approach to Earth. What if we find such a beast 6 months before it's going to crash into us? Do we have a chance of surviving this? Unfortunately, this would be extremely hard for a bunch of reasons. First of all, our
Are they gonna tell us, Chatty? If this ever happened, if this ever fucking happened, would they tell us? Or would they just be like, let's not tell everybody that we're gonna die soon. Let's not
Dennis
tell
Killer
everybody that in
Comet
6 months
has
it's literally
so much
fucking
more
over.
mass than a tiny killer asteroid that simply breaking it into millions of pieces would not help us.
No,
that
go back
much.
to work.
The chunks that hit Earth would still be massive and numerous enough to set the sky ablaze and kill most life on Earth.
Lucy,
So
what
we
would be
need
the
to make
last thing you'd do if you knew an asteroid was coming? Well, duh. I'd press start stream.
Most, if not all of its fragments completely miss Earth. But to do that, we need to destroy it much further away, as far away as Mars. And to destroy a mountain, we need way more penetrators. Hundreds of thousands. And this
Oh,
is,
we
well,
need so
a
many
huge problem.
penetrators.
To
Chatty,
travel
join the penetrator war.
this far and to transport this much payload, we need at least 24,000
That's a bunch of
super heavy
dicks.
rockets. As of today, humanity has
Donate your penetrator to NASA today.
Even if all the industries in the world do nothing but switch to building rockets, we wouldn't finish in time.
Jesus
If we
Christ.
actually discovered a planet killer today, there's literally nothing we could do about it.
Oh, God.
Except maybe if we combine penetrators with a bit of Hollywood and our old friend the nuclear bomb, there is still a way. For this planet,
What are we gonna
we
nuke
basically
outer
need to have
space?
all the parts ready beforehand. A rocket like NASA's SLS, the one planned to
The
take
mega
astronauts to the moon,
penor.
loaded up with everything we need, ready to launch. As soon as the planet killer is spotted on its way to wipe us out, we launch a single rocket to meet it. For 5 long months, it travels through the nothingness of space.
5
as
long
life on Earth
months?
nervously continues. Finally, it reaches its destination a bit beyond the orbit of Mars. Now, we deploy 5 massive penetrators in sequence, one perfectly lined up 2 kilometers after the other. The engineering challenge of aligning and timing this correctly is horrendous, and we only have one attempt. So, a few very brave astronauts go on this one-way trip to supervise
I will
the
always
process
love you.
with no way home. Nervous hours pass
What?
as all of humanity watches the skies and screens. And then the moment comes. The icy mountain of death appears in full, and then it's already here. Slow down time again. The comet smashes into the first penetrator at 140,000 kilometers an hour, unleashing the power of 2,000 tons of TNT.
Don't worry, they'll make a crazy movie about you, bro.
Liquefy in an instant as the energy of the
You're gonna be a
impact
Hollywood
hits itself
god.
dozens of meters deep into the mountain. Here's the second one, perfectly hitting the same spot, punching directly.
Holy, he
into
literally
the
put it in the
crater,
hole.
smashing, melting, drilling. The third and fourth
Oh my god.
penetrators repeat the process again, now smashing a tunnel about 100
I am the
meters deep.
penetrator that can
But this
penetrate
time,
anyone!
This is just a scratch on the surface of the monster. The comet is not really damaged yet. And then comes the final penetrator and its toxic load.
My toxic
300
load!
megatons in nuclear warheads, 20,000 times
am
more
looking
energy than the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. It travels
Why
deep
is it
into the tunnel,
toxic?
and just before it hits the end, it explodes.
He fucking
This
explodes
time, the
inside
nuke
of her.
works. Instead of hitting nothing in the vacuum, the energy of the explosion smashes into rock and gravel and ice. On top of vaporizing it from the inside, there's so much shock and push and punch that a frozen world billions of years old dies from within, turning into a cloud of millions of fragments spreading in all directions. Humanity is saved. To make this happen in reality would take unprecedented planning and precision, and yet it's possible. Not in a
And yet
century
it's
with
possible.
sci-fi technology, just with the rockets, engineering, and knowledge we already have today. Want to drill some asteroids yourself?
No, I think I'm scared. I think I'm too scared to do that. Great, new fear just got invented. New fucking fear invented, by the way. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now I'm gonna be sitting fucking at home, wondering when the asteroid's gonna hit and kill me. Wondering when it's all gonna come crashing down, when the other shoe is gonna fucking drop. Pieces of shit. Okay, I'm gonna save these other videos, these 5, for later. And I guess I'm gonna learn about the 6-7 kid. I guess.
Daedalus and Icarus is a classic Greek tragedy.
You've already lost me.
It's a story of pride and grief. The story goes as follows. Daedalus and his son Icarus were imprisoned
What's
by the
that
king,
video game character?
right on top of a tall tower overlooking the sea. Now, Daedalus was a great inventor and observed the birds from his window flying and had an idea. In order for them to leave
He's not the
tower,
first one.
him and his son has to fly. The only ones who can fly are birds and the gods themselves.
But not for long.
Using the feathers from the birds that perch on the side of the tower, some candle wax, and string, Daedalus constructed a pair of giant wings.
The biggest
one for
wings
him
you've ever
And
seen.
his son Icarus.
Aww.
Daedalus warns
It's father and
Icarus to
son
not
bonding
fly too low
activity.
near the sea, for the water may dampen the feathers, and not to fly too high near the sun, for the heat can easily melt the wax. Daedalus advises his son to just fly on the middle, for flying too high or too low can easily kill him. And then,
Oh my god, the importance
with
of
a leap
balance.
faith, the father and son started flying from their prison, soaring through the sky. Witnesses
And they
below
were
them thought of them
birds.
as the gods they worshipped, adored, and feared. Icarus, prideful like his father at his age, soared high.
Dude, I forgot that this was a video about the 6-7 kid. What the fuck?
He wants to see what the gods see. He wants to feel what no mortal human feels. He wants to conquer the skies.
Where's this going?
Arrogantly flying higher, he ignores his father's cries for him to fly down.
Yeah, father,
The
I'm
sun
going to be
slowly
peak. I'm gonna become the
melted
best
wax off his
VTuber on the platform.
Too late to notice,
Banned.
too ignorant to see it. His wings immediately turn to pieces of feathers that can't hold itself no longer.
Fucking banned.
Realizing his fate, Icarus fell immediately to his death. But while
Yeah, it's just
falling,
business, Dad. Don't worry, I'm gonna be
Icarus
fine.
smiled, for he knew he soared higher than any mortal that has ever lived, and would ever will.
He was satisfied.
The 6'7" kid is a trending brain rot meme that will probably
Okay.
die out.
Okay.
The 6'7" kid is a trending brain rot meme that will probably die out in the next week. Sure, at face value, it's nothing more than that. But for me, it's parallels with the tragic story of Icarus.
6'7"
That it could be a modern retelling of it. All from the original video's purpose. People.
What is he doing?
Memes virality.
What is he doing?
Our Icarus, the main character, the 6'7" kid, his real name's Maverick Trevelyan, but we'll call him Mason for video's sake. Mason, like Icarus, wants to soar to the greatest lengths.
Why is he doing jerk-off motion? What the fuck? This is like a 12-year-old.
Is the greatest feat his age can accomplish in this day and age. Seeing the camera pan to him, like a bird about to stretch its wings.
Where are your parents?
Mason stretches out the biggest grin on his face, his eyes full of determination.
What the fuck?
And with all his pride, all his might, he says the words. 6, 7, alongside the hand movements akin to that of birds flapping.
Shut the fuck up!
Mason, ever the overambitious person like Icarus,
I'm rage baited.
reached the peak
I'm
within that
rage
moment,
baited.
hoping to touch the sun, hoping to be seen by all.
Successfully
admired
rage
by all.
baited.
And before he knew it, his hands felt the warmth of the sun. He has achieved it. Internet virality, all but with a cost. Like the wax on Icarus's wings melting, Mason becomes a laughingstock overnight, made fun of, ridiculed,
No.
and disdained to be seen.
Probably the worst facial expression ever made by a human. What even is this?
The tragic
Wow.
parallels brings tears to my eyes. A classic Greek tragedy masked by a modern brain rot meme from TikTok. Our story doesn't end here, because our story
He's just a little
keeps
dumb
getting
kid.
sadder and sadder.
And people are posting his face on the internet and they're like, this is the worst expression that a person could ever make.
Our parallels to this Greek tragedy just don't end here.
Totally mentally stable
For
guy.
we
I
also
trust you.
have
Welcome in.
parallels to Daedalus himself, Mason's friend. The kid next to Mason, we'll call him Brad for the sake of the video. He is
Brad.
a parallels to Daedalus, and his parallels are almost accurate too. In the video, Brad shoves Mason away when the camera pans to them. For some, this gesture might seem a form of hostility.
He's trying to
a way
protect
for
him.
Brad to steal the spotlight. But for me, this is in parallel to Daedalus telling Icarus to not fly near the sun.
He's not
This
reaching.
gesture is
He's
a
not reaching. He's
warning
onto
to
something.
Mason to not
He's
go
not
all out.
reaching. Shut up.
Let me protect you. Please listen to my advice. But sadly, this did not end well.
No.
Mason took all the ridicule, all the bad rep. Brad failed to protect Mason.
No.
Like how Daedalus failed to protect his son. The final parallel, however, is during Icarus's death. He was smiling for he soared the highest than any mortal.
And the
Mason
6'7"
got
kid
what
is
he wanted.
smiling.
Internet fame. Sure, he is memed on,
I really thought I was finally going to understand the 6'7" meme from this video. I really thought that.
but he memed than any teenager has ever memed before, grinning ear to ear because he knows he felt what he always wanted to feel.
Well, Chatty, I can never give you back the time that you just lost. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. I can never take that back. I can never take it back that I chose to watch the 6-7 video. But yes, at least it was with you, Chatty. At least it was with you, and that's what matters. That's what makes me happy. Nothing else means shit to me. I can deal with it all. I can handle anything. As long as you're by my side. Dark and Jay, thanks for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate it. It's very generous of you. Yeah, time well spent together. Time well spent loving one another. I feel close. I feel close to Chatty. I don't know who to raid. This always happens to me. This always happens to me. Every single fucking time. Okay, Totless. I'll raid Totless. They're doing a subathon, it seems. Okay. So then I will raid Totless, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be gone and dead to the world until Monday, cause then I'll be on I'll be on Falalian's stream, because she's having a stream, in case you didn't know, on Monday. I can't remember the exact time, but I'm gonna be on her show. I'm gonna be on her little show. She really does have like a show. It's like a TV show. Her stream is TV show pilled to me. Like, I feel like I'm watching like fucking, what's it called again? There's like Saturday Tonight or some shit. Anyway, it feels like a TV show. Yeah, Falatian, Falatulent, whatever her name is. I keep forgetting. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there. I think it'll be chaotic and fun because she's having like a weird game show kind of thing going on. I don't know the full details. I just agreed to be in it because I don't think twice, you know? When I think that I can make content, I just say yes. I'm just, you know, I'm just too content pilled. I'm content brain, man. Only go up, never go down. Also, Chatty! I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And thank you for listening to me yap about Twilight for half an hour. That was fun. I fucking love explaining Twilight to people. It's so fun. And I love giving you all the details. I will see you again, hopefully soon. Chatty love. Mwah! And have a good rest of your weekend. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.